Biafrans all over the world. I greet all of you. I remember Mazi Alozie for the Nosiwe Kroneke. And of course, I am from Omaka in Olo province of Biafra land. And our leader still remain one and only Mazi Nnamdi, Oku Chuku Kanu. That our memories of Shibu Peza and Yoyina Tendizu. We got to appreciate him and his wife and kids, his beloved family, and the leadership of IPOB, men and women of valor, radicals all over the world. We greet all of you today. Today is Tuesday, and of course, you know the tradition. The tradition is Tweet Tuesday. Is our tradition. If you have not tweeted, you kindly do so. You don't need to be told. Continue tweeting, especially from IPOB official website. Continue to tweet. You know people to follow a lot of fanaticals, not everybody must. Please, when you are tweeting, look who you are retweeting or you are tweeting his page. And all of them are there. A lot of us are there. Continue to tweet, continue to follow your brother. The world will see the injustice that is happening, the killings in Biafra land. Yeah, before we go to the topic and before I introduce my panel today, yesterday, this week, last week had been a hectic one within and around Omaka and Olo, and of course yesterday in Eziama Obito, far areas, Ukwoji, where this terrorist group, Ebremanko, all of them are drifting. We are thinking that they have had a new camp there around Ukwoji. We have to inform our people going through Omaka because it's a short way. If they don't go through Okwoda, they go through Ukwoji, Omele to Ukwoji and move on to Onitsha. And those of them traveling from Onitsha, from Owerri to Onitsha, that axis, people should be very, very mindful. And another place is when you are traveling from Omaka, Olo, once you pass Omaka, entering in Bitol Orodo, you must be very, very careful because this is the way they are situated, they plan it very well. You can see yesterday, people were running scatter from Eziamo Biato. There were a lot of gunshots. There were direct shooting yesterday. They were shooting each other with the Zoo army and whatever they have. So our people should be very, very careful because they don't use, according to China, when they see Kanu, all these Lexus, Venza, they must take them. Please, our people, be very, very careful. Now we move. Today, our panel is here. My fellow comrades here. We have Mazi Alozie page. And we have Elo Chuku Hagim is here, Biafra Evangelist is here, and the Mama himself, as the heart himself. We are waiting for our beloved brother. Metusela one minute today, if time will permit him to come in. Today we have about 4 topics to treat. But before we go to the topic, anyway, let me marshal out the topic before I hand over to Judge Money, who will open the floor for us and observe 1 or 2 minutes silence for our beloved fallen heroines, our mother. Number 1 topic we have, and we have to treat it extensively, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed to go and treat himself. And our second topic is IPOB, the reason insecurity is fought in Biafra land. And the third topic, how IPOB neutrality in 2023 election has exposed Nigeria government and is a threat on Biafrans. And finally, educating our people on the need to control what we eat and drink as to avoid kidney and heart-related diseases, which is eminent in Biafra land, is very, very unheard of. So, our beloved brother and comrade, Mazi Alozie, unmute yourself and do the needful before we move.
Okay, thank you, beloved. Great and wonderful people of Biafra, thank you. I greet you and I recognize all the comrades in the house. Thank you for this opportunity. It is a wonderful one. Before we proceed, I believe that we need to give honor to whom honor is due. There is our fallen hero, whom is Marian T. Hedai. She's like a mother, a very important analyst who, for the little time we spent with her, she impacted the life of many. She brought a lot of, dimensions into our media analysis. So I believe that we have to give her a minute silence before we proceed. The time starts now, please. All right, thank you very much, great and wonderful people of Biafra. Of course, you all heard the story of our beloved sister, Karen Heather. She had a car crash in Maryland, United States, the 1st of June. It is a sad story, to be told. It was not long ago we lost one of our comrades, and we will continue to actually remember them. They will always remain in our hearts. Their memory will continue to live on. They will continue to guide us until we go to our promised land, which is the land of Biafra. And disintegration of Nigeria is the only thing that is going to make it happen. So thank you, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, and thank you for this, being available to listen to this program today. Of course, it is very, very imperative that we continue to actually remind that Nigeria government the importance of the consequences that actually will occur, the consequences of what they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi. I believe it is our first topic, because they want to conduct an ear surgery in the DSS dungeon facility. When the president is sick, the president is sick with headache. The president will spend more than 20 million naira, fly a private jet, to take a private jet up on the sky, just to fly themselves to Europe, to Britain, to treat their headache. When the president had an ear problem, the president spent more than 20 million, put the jet up to the sky, just to go and treat himself of his ear problems. But now, when it comes to Mazi Nnamdi, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the largest movement upon this face of the earth, the leader of more than 75 million people, Nigeria want to use their dilapidated healthcare system to actually do their trying and error on Mazi Nnamdi. Of course, we have made our stance very clear that we do not support any medical doctor, those bogus and quack medical doctors of the DSS control, to touch our leader. Talk more of actually doing any cutting or injecting anything into the vein of our leader, because whatever they are going to do, it is all about ending it, because they want to kill him, because Britain cannot get over it that somebody in the likes of Mazi Nnamdi will rise up. A man that is uncompromisable will rise up from their damnable contraption called Nigeria, in order to actually raise the awareness and the contact and actually conscientize people to understand the international politics of these imperialists and their colonialists It is very, very important for Nigeria to understand the president that is sitting in that position to understand he is a man from the south. And it is important for him to know that Nigeria will never love him. The fact that he claimed that they are one Muslim and they decide to actually bring Nigeria together as one Muslim nation. Whatever they are using him to do, he should not use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as his bait, because he is going to have, face a very, very dire consequence. Because what he is doing, he is trading in a wrong path that no one is there to advise him. In every law of every nation, any leader or anybody that is incarcerated and their medical condition is deteriorated, they are bound to release for a medical care. And there is no doctor that is adequate enough, there is no hospital that is adequate enough to treat Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if there is no hospital that can treat the president, the governors, the ministers in Nigeria, of course there will be no doctors that will treat a very important individual whom his life is always been in danger. From the time he was actually renditioned from Kenya in 2021, he was captured, kidnapped, and tortured. It is as a result of that torture they gave to him in Kenya that resulted for him to have this inflammation or ear infection because of the way they were putting him, the way they were giving him hiding. That's the reason why he had this ear problem. And they decided that them that caused this problem will be the ones to treat it. I don't agree with that, because they want to kill him and they want to blame it on his medical condition. If they give us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, we are capable to fly him to any place, to get him the adequate medical care that he deserves. And it is very important for them to know that the earlier they do that, the better for them. If anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they know the consequences. 1967 will not repeat itself, because this time around we have our media that we control. It is no longer BBC that is controlled by Britain that will be not reporting the war crimes they committed against our people. And we are calling on the international community, United Nations, to hear our cry. African Union, because they will always act like they don't care, because Nigeria government will continue to dish out money to bribe them. There will be another conflict in Africa if anything happens to our leader, because they are consciously trying to kill him, to blame it on his medical condition, which they actually gave to him in Kenya by torturing him and renditioning him to Nigeria. There is no adequate healthcare facility in Nigeria that is worthy enough to treat any government official. So there is no adequate medical facility that is worthy enough to treat our leader in Nigeria. Talk more of all these criminals in the DSS facility, doing their biddings, trying to use our leader as an experiment. It is not possible, and we cannot accept that. And the earlier they understand it, the better for them. We don't want them to say we are coming for peacekeeping mission in Nigeria. We cannot stand to lose our identity. We cannot stand to lose our name in Nigeria in the name of Islamization, because it's in the quest of Islamization of this nation. That is the reason why they decided to choose the Muslim ticket, when one of their cabals confirmed it in Hausa language. The Christian Association of Nigeria came and sold you all out. When we tell you that there is something wrong with the religion that you are following, that some of you are ready to die for, you will not believe it. Christian Association is consolidating with those who want to Islamize you and enslave you. But I am going to leave it here in order to allow other comrades to air their view. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, my comrade. Thank you. Thank you. Fearless evangelist, unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Thank you.
There we.
Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Alozie. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Aneri. Aneri is a local government in Ojiriba province, Biafra land. Let us go to the first topic. The topic of freeing Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we are. We are not asking him to asking them to free him on what is it called? Ordinarily, but we demand that court order should be obeyed. Talk of the surgery they wanted to carry on Nnamdi Kanu. We don't want it. Nnamdi Kanu has been ill. Nnamdi Kanu, even before his kidnap, he wasn't well. He was always on medication. Then they kidnapped him in Kenya, they tortured him. He has so many wounds on his body. He has so many wounds that he can, I don't think he can carry the surgery. He cannot carry it. And they want to blame it on somebody. You know, Nnamdi Kanu have defeated Fulani government as they boasted on what they would do to him. He defeated them when they kidnapped him in 2015. He defeated them in 2017. Even Buhari died. Then the Kabas came again. They went to kill him. They didn't get him. The next one is kidnapped. Now, at this very last one, he defeated them. They now shifted it to the Yoruba, the people they always used to perfect their will, you know. The Yoruba, they always try to help the Fulani and finish it. After killing us, they handed our finance over to Awolowo to decide. He now gave us 20 pounds. You know, Yoruba always try to play it, but that is not now. We are IPOB. What we are telling them is that Nnamdi Kanu is not a condemned criminal. He has not been condemned. Nnamdi Kanu is not a convict. Nnamdi Kanu is not even life imprisonment, which is also convict. Nnamdi Kanu is not in awaiting trial. Because even awaiting trial means every case is available. On the issue of health is the highest reason to free an inmate on bail, grant an inmate on bail, health condition. Even people that are not sick, somehow you can use the same sickness that they're passing through to file application for bail. But these people, Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted. But these people, they want to allow surgery on Nnamdi Kanu in DSS. The same DSS that refused him to go, the same DSS that sacked the DSS doctor that diagnosed him. How can somebody be sure that the DSS that sacked a doctor, their doctor that diagnosed Nnamdi Kanu, will now provide a conducive environment for Nnamdi Kanu to undergo surgery? Now, what I am asking those that are rushing, you know, if you overspeed, you will give birth to Ishmael. Why Isaac is coming? Those people that are on high speed to go and carry on surgery, you know, there wasn't a high speed to inform IPOB leadership when our leader was in Kenya. They are now rushing to go and carry on surgery. Then we ask them, after the surgery, will the doctors sleep in DSS? After the surgery, will the Nnamdi Kanu siblings sleep in DSS? After the surgery, will the lawyer sleep in DSS? The answer is no. None of you is a detainee. None of you can be kept in DSS. Now I ask you, after the operation, you will now go. Now DSS will take care of Nnamdi Kanu while he's on sick bed. I ask you, did the DSS take care of Nnamdi Kanu now that he's not even on surgery? He has not undergone the surgery. How can they take care of him when he's on sick bed? You will leave Nnamdi Kanu and go after operation, isn't it? After the surgery, you will leave him and go. DSS that refused to give him buy banana and granite for him. DSS that refused him access to his spraying material. They will not take care of Nnamdi Kanu when he called for somebody The DSS that they refused the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu to meet him at least two or three people at a time. No way. They allow one people. How come they want to allow they wanted to allow team of doctors, if not the signal from our lawyers? How come? So what we are telling them now is that there is no grant to carry on surgery on Nnamdi Kanu. There is no single grant because he has been discharged and acquitted. He's not facing trial. He has no date of court. He's not even granted bail. He has been discharged. There is a condition that will guarantee, provide a grant for Nnamdi Kanu to undergo surgery. Had he been a condemned criminal, since if Nigeria went to carry on surgery, it's okay. He belongs to the government. He has been condemned. Had he been convicted with years of terms of jail, you are in the hands of government. They can do anyhow. But awaiting trial, they cannot do anyhow. They will grant him bail, right? Or they involve the family. Then this one is that he has been discharged, and they have not taken care of him in all they did to him. So how come they will allow such? So they want to kill him as British. Is not because it's the citizen of British. Why are they not talking? Then why are you rushing to go and carry on surgery? They killed what is his name? The tiger. By injection, with the story that he fought with the Fruma. They injected the tiger. This December, they killed Giant Alaku. You are playing with them. They killed Giant Alaku. Everybody that come up here, they will kill that person. And now you want to go and kill Nnamdi Kanu so that they will say the media will start saying something that the Ipob man, his brother, they are the people that approved surgery. They are the people. The surgery without informing the wife of Nnamdi Kanu. What kind of surgery is that? So we say no to that. Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed to go and enjoy his victory. He secured. He did not come cheap. He secured it in a hard way. He should go. They should let him go. If they want to kill him, let them kill him. Let us see. But if for surgery, we say no to it. We say no to it. Thank you.
One, thank you. Thank you. Dikanaya. She became. I did the hot. I'm with telephone, no?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans, wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi Alozie. Asim konye chili ya zelo, oga delu nwoke ma oga delu nwaanyị mma, ndị nze na ọzọ, ndị pastọ, ndị omenala, ndị dibịa ukwu na ndị dibịa nta, onye nwe m gozie unu niile. It is a very sad day that we had this 1 minute silence for our gallant sister, Mariam T. Herder. And I want to repeat, may her soul rest in perfect peace. Yes, sir. We move on. Today, we are here once again. It's our Tweet Tuesday, and we are doing the needful. We are indigenous people of Biafra. We are not fighting to restore a nation that doesn't belong to our ancestors. The nation we are fighting to restore today is the nation that belongs to our forefathers. Before 1914, there was nothing like Nigeria, but the people of Biafra have been existing for thousands of years. And anytime we talk about our freedom, I make it as a point that those that are listening to us, you understand that what we are asking for is that portion of land where God created our forefathers. That is what we are talking about. And because of this, Biafra must be restored, because that is the portion that Chukwukarima gave to us, whether the enemy like it or not. Thank you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be freed, should be allowed to go and treat himself, not just to go and treat himself, to go as a free man. There are so many reasons. Hundreds of reasons is abound out there. But the number one is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran and a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra who is only fighting to restore Biafra through referendum. In so doing, he do not have any, there is no reason why he should be kept in Nigeria custody, in DSS custody. No reason whatsoever. Secondly, as they kidnapped him and renditioned him, the international law treaty against rendition of any citizen says that these people have committed a crime against humanity, against the international treaty. Therefore, this man, as long as you rendition him, you did not follow the due process, the court of the same country that is holding him declared him an innocent man. Therefore, he have no reason for being there. Thirdly, the people that kidnapped this man from Kenya, I want to put it on record for the benefit of those that listen to this radio station, because here is where we speak the truth, the citadel of knowledge. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is having ulcer. This man needs to eat food at the right time and eat the right thing he's supposed to eat before he was kidnapped. And I want the world to know that somebody who has ulcer that was kidnapped for 8 days, has anybody ever asked that 8 days was this man being fed? Has anybody asked under that 8 days, the proper food that he was supposed to be eating, did he ever eat any one of them? Under these 8 days that this man was kept in Kenya, where they beat him, brutalized him, and broke his earlobe, has anybody asked, did this man took the proper medications for his ulcer sickness that he was having before he was renditioned? It's a question that people should ask themselves. You see, when you talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's ailment, the beating and the torture that was given to this man in Kenya, and the stopping him from taking the medications and even feeding what he's supposed to eat at that point in time for 48 hours, 72 hours, until 8 good days. Is that not enough crime that even the United Kingdom that have not been saying anything should stand up and say, no, it is enough. What you people have done to this guy is too much. They wanted to break him. They wanted to break him, but he refused to be broken. They wanted to use all those systems and all those techniques to break this man and to make him, in fact, to make him, turn him to vegetable. But the spirit that is in him, which is the spirit of the freedom for the people of Biafra, refused for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be broken. There is no ulcer patient that can spend 24 hours without feeding, without crying and dying of pains, because when you have ulcer, the worms in your stomach will begin to eat all those wounds, all those injuries, when they don't see food to eat. I want to explain it to a layman language. Actually, now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 8 days, this man I don't want to break down in tears. I don't want to break down in emotion, because some of you some of you do not understand what you're saying. That for 8 days they kept this man hungry. They did not give him food. Neither did they give him water. They tied him up like a common criminal, beat him mercilessly, broke his earlobe, and now the court of competent jurisdiction said, this man have committed no crime, allow him to go. This is the pains that this man has been suffering in and out 24 hours. That is why I feel so bad whenever I see people who are supposed to stand to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom. They will be talking about something else that has nothing to do with the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. However, the reason why I am saying that this man should be let go, number one, he committed no crime. Number two, he was kidnapped and renditioned. And the law says, whosoever that you rendition, that you brought back in this manner, you should return him where you took him from. And you should make sure you're going to pay for reparation to this person. And the court of the country have also established the fact that this man have committed no crime based on every evidence that was brought before them. About 3 different courts have declared this man innocent from 2015 when they kidnapped him, when they arrested him and sent him to Kuje. Up to this moment now, another court, about 3 courts again have declared this man innocent, and they're still holding him. Now this man is suffering because of the pains, because of the beating, the injuries that he sustained while you people kidnapped and beating him to stupor, renditioning him back to Nigeria. This man was tied with leg and chain. His leg and his hand was tied down, put in a flight. His face his eyes was covered. Upon all the pains he has been bearing with the stomach ulcer he was facing, this is how this man was brought back here. And now, all the beatings, all the torture that there was given to this man is degenerating into something else. And you that beat him, that gave him that injury, even when the court says allow this man to go, you are still trying to say you want to treat that injury that you meant it on this same man. That is an Igbo adage. Whosoever that shot you cannot uproot that bullet, cannot operate on you to remove that bullet. It's not done because this person didn't shoot you to be alive. He shot you to be dead. How can they tell us that in DSS dungeon they want to operate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When the court have said this man is free, you should allow him to go. The United Kingdom, where he is a citizen of that I don't know what I should call it evil country, have kept silent because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is exposing a whole lot, making his own people to understand the reason why we should stand up to fight for our own freedom. Honestly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. Like it, hate him, love him, whatsoever you want, this man must be freed to go and treat himself in any hospital of his choice because he has committed no crime. Therefore, any family member, anybody that is signing any paper for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be treated by the same people that meted such injury on him, their brain should be checkmated. On this note, I want the world to come to our aid because the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is under severe pain. This man is going through a lot of pain, psychological pain, physical pain, and what have you. He must be freed. We will not accept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be treated, to be operated in DSS dungeon. They even want to give him an anesthesia injection. For what reason? Allow him to go and treat himself however he wants. This is all I have to say for now. Thank you very much, and God bless you until I come back again.
Thank you, Deacon. Thank you. Well spoken. Thank you. Mazi Alozie, please unmute yourself. Mazi Alozie, unmute your phone. Mazi Alozie, speak up. Mazi Alozie, you are on. I don't know. Is it network or what? Mazi Alozie, or we move to the item 2, please. I think he's having network program. Okay, let us move to item 2. Judge Money, move to item 2, please. Number 2 topic. Unmute yourself. What's going on? Is anybody hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I don't know, Judge Money, they're not hearing me. Why they're not hearing me? Even if the class gone, let me put him back. If you don't come, we'll move on to our second topic, please. Today is... Should I
take this number 2 at the same time? Should I take it immediately?
Yeah, go on, move on, please.
Thank you. Our number 2 topic today says IPOB is the reason insecurity is fought in Biafra land. Yes, of course. Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know? Since Biafra land is our land and it belongs to us, if not because of IPOB, believe you me, the insecurity in Biafra land by now would have sent thousands and thousands and thousands of our people away from our land. The reason why I'm saying it this way is because that is how it is. I remember when the insecurity in Biafra land was growing, while these people they called Fulani herdsmen were busy kidnapping, killing our people, raping our mothers in different locations. Because IPOB is involved, that is why we were able to curtail all these excesses from the Fulani herdsmen, destroying our crops and killing innocent people in their various communities. And it's unacceptable. Now, if you think that what you are saying is not truth, I want you to go and check. In so many locations, in the bushes, in Enugu, in Anambra, in Imo, in Delta, before Mazi Nnamdi brought the security outfit known as ESN, Eastern Security Network, go and check how people were being kidnapped and killed. Imagine if there was no Eastern Security Network that was pushed out there by IPOB leadership. What would have been happening to our people? It is only in Biafra land that a whole king of a community was kidnapped and killed. The Obi of Ubuluku Kingdom was kidnapped and killed by Fulani herdsmen, and nothing happened. Show me, tell me if there is, if in the history of Nigeria that any emir in the north have been kidnapped by any Christian whatever group that you may call them, and there will be peace remaining in the country. If there is any emir that is kidnapped by any group from the eastern region, from the western region, believe you me, by now there will be nothing like one Nigeria. But it happened in our land and nothing happened. Everybody kept quiet. If you are not supporting this movement, if you are not supporting IPOB, then I think you need to go to hospital to go and check yourself, because IPOB is the reason why all these criminals, all these guys that someone created all over Biafra land, that are moving around now, doing all manner of nonsense, all in the name of enforcement of sit at home, if not because of IPOB, that are doing the needful, making sure that every community where they come, where they enter and started doing their rubbish, we begin to expose them and face them head on. If not, I don't know what will be happening to our people. Look at all those idiots that we are shouting a few months ago, now we be this, now we be that. Where are they now? Because IPOB is not giving them any chance. Once we expose them, they run away from that place and go to another place. We expose them, they run away from there and go to another place. So you don't need to doubt it, because IPOB is the only security that the Eastern region, that the old Eastern region, not just Eastern region, old Eastern region are having up to this moment. Have you noticed that in Southwest, Fulani have stopped their agenda? Have you noticed it? Go and ask yourself, why did they stop their agenda? Why have they stopped killing and kidnapping the way they used to? Because Yoruba people set up their own security called Amoteku. And this Amoteku, they are operating secretly, doing a great job, securing their land. After they kidnapped the daughter of Pade Farasi and they destroyed the farmland of Wale Soyinka, they whipped them. They went, even Yoruba people went into law. They signed Amoteku into law, and the government was the governors of those states were giving them guns and bullets, supporting them, giving them vehicle. But in our own side, our governor, what they brought to us was that have been killing our people instead of fighting for our people. And in that Amoteku, there is no single Onibo that will be found there. No single Hausa person or Fulani person that will be found there. Only Yoruba people strictly. But in our own, they bring Hausa people, they bring Yoruba people in police uniform, change it and give them a uniform of a Bubago. And it is only IPOB that is always in the front line, fighting and making sure that these Ebubaturu and Ebuboke are not continually killing our people the way they wanted. I want to let them know that they cannot put fear in us. They can never take over our land. This land of Biafra belongs to us, and we must continue to fight. And I said thank you to the men of Eastern Security Network Command. I said thank you to the ESN men in the bushes, those that are doing the needful. May Chukwu Karema continue to bless you people. If not for IPOB, believe you me by now, and that is the plan of the enemies. That they may chase us out of our land and come and occupy our land. They try it with Ruga, it did not work. They try it with withdrawal of guns from any other security. It did not work. They have tried it in so many ways, it's not working. This time around now, the security that they brought to fight the enemies in our land are now fighting our people, killing our people. Even the boys that is sending out there, all in the name of fighting for Biafra, they are even among the people that are killing our people, kidnapping our people, and this will not continue. This is where I want to stop for now. Thank you.
Deacon said there. You see what is happening in Enugu. You see that the government. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
I want you to say something about what is happening in Enugu now. The increase, based on what that new governor said. I want you to analyze it to our people briefly. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, my brother. In brief, before this new governor, Mba, came into power, the sit at home across Biafra land was lifted by the leadership of IPOB. People begin to, understand what IPOB stands for and what they wanted in our land. We do not support sit at home Mondays anymore because our leader says otherwise. But the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the enemies of this struggle wanted to hijack it. Going to 2 years now, they have been saying sit at home, sit at home, sit at home. There is nothing these people have done. Now, this new governor that just entered now went and said that is going to fight against sit at home. Because of that, the idiots that the people that are championing this sit at home, this Monday sit at home, now came back and begin to, they begin to engineer themselves into constituting nuisance, so that it will be like they are doing something, so that it will be like there is nothing like sit at home anymore in Biafra land. In Enugu State now, these guys are doing rubbish, going around threatening to kill people who are doing their normal businesses every Monday. There is a lady called, what is her name again? Wada Kindness. She made a video. She is just a blogger. She made a video challenging all the people that are enforcing this sit at home, this Monday sit at home, telling them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have cancelled this thing. He said, let there be peace in Biafra land. Why are you people enforcing people, killing people, chasing people, collecting their cars, all in the name of enforcement of sit at home? And the man who is telling this is in Finland, hiding somewhere. If he is a man, what can they challenge him? He says, someone, if you're a man, come down here and lead people to do what you ask them to do, not sending them to go and die. I want the world to know that this our sister called Kindness, Mother Kindness, her life is now under threat. But my boys are now following her, writing her threatening letter that they're going to kidnap her, they're going to kill her. I watched the video this morning, and I want to put it in line that if anything happened to that girl, if anything happened to Mother Kindness, because she is speaking, because she's standing with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have declared, what IPOB agreed upon, which is not at home again on Mondays. If anything happened to her, Samuel Eberima, you and your family and your boys will pay dearly for it. You will pay dearly for it. Because what they are doing now is to put fear in the heart of people who are fighting against that sit at home enforcement. The governor that just entered now, he knows what to do. He's supposed to know what to do. We are not going to come to Radio Biafra and be saying everything. There are things we don't need to come here and say. But you as the governor, you know exactly what to do. Other places, sit at home is dying gradually. People are coming out on Mondays to do their business. Go to Anambra State, every morning people come out. Go to Aba, every morning people come out. Why is it that you that just entered now, you cannot learn a leaf from your predecessor to know what he was doing, to make sure that anybody to see on enforcement or sit at home? Why can't you do that? You cannot do that. Instead of that, you are coming out to open your mouth to talk as if you don't know what to do. If you are not competent enough to handle the affair of Enugu State, you go out of that state. You remember poor? continue to see how these people are enforcing, trying to triple what they have been doing before that has been quenched and stopped a few months ago. Mazi, believe you me, the threat they are giving to this our sister, kindness, we should take it upon ourselves. I think we need to do something, because if anything happened to that girl is a Biafran, and she spoke the mind of Mazi Nnamdi and the mind of Ipob. If anything happened to that girl, somebody and his heart will not get, they will get it hot. This is all I have to say now. Thank you very much.
Mazi, thank you. Well spoken. Our eyes are under her. We are keeping watch on her, no problem. Yeah, I have to welcome our beloved comrade Mazi Metusela one Medisadek. You have to take number 1 and number 2, but meanwhile, we just observe 1 minute silent to our beloved departed comrade Mariam T. Haida. Please, Metusela, you take number 1 and number 2 at the same time, and after which Mazi we do the same at the same time, number 1 and number 2. Metusela one man Metusela Robina. Unmute yourself and speak up, and there you're welcome. Metusela. Mazi Metusela, unmute yourself. You can, if you are busy, Mazi could speak up.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Let me speak.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Alozie. Mazi Alozie is a teacher, a philosopher, and an activist. So today I'm going to talk about why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed to go and treat himself. I find it ridiculous. That the same people that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, tortured him, and did all sorts of things to him, is now talking about having surgery on him inside DSS dungeon. And the first question you ask yourself, every Biafran should ask, is DSS dungeon a hospital? That is the first question. But what is more ridiculous is the connection. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some lawyers, and also the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the first time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, we know that some people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sibling, one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's siblings was telling people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was praying on top of the mountain, and without all IPOB members and even IPOB leadership knowing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped. So, unfortunately, today again, people are talking about taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, operating on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and this operation is not even just ordinary operation. An operation that is very, very delicate, so delicate that it is in the ear. Because this is not just an ordinary, and they are talking about doing it in the same country that lack medical equipment, that lack good hospitals. Because we know that most governors, when they are suffering from ordinary malaria, they don't treat themselves in Nigeria here. It is only the poor masses that always die every day. And when they die, they call it one or two things. Every day, people, they don't have access to good hospitals. What they have is chemists and even quack chemist shops up and there. What they have access to is fake medicine. They don't have any hospitals. But these people want a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra to be operated inside DSS dungeon. Now, to come to think of it, we have to ask ourselves at this point in time, what is actually the essence of the Python dance that happened? We know too well that Python dance happened just to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was exactly what happened. Because if you watch the video of the Python dance and also the pictures that happened, you will notice that inside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's room, the personal room of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will see bullets because they targeted that room and they thought that he would be in that room and they wanted to waste it. But fortunately for him, fortunately for Chukwu Okike Abiyama that brought him for this project, he kept him alive. And now, since they failed to kill him, because in Kenya they would have had the opportunity to kill him, but they couldn't kidnap him without making. So now they could not kill him in Kenya. Now they want us to give them a signature that they can kill him, because people that want you to die will surely kill you in the operating room. It's very simple. And killing you in that operating room, nobody will answer, take responsibility, because you have already signed. Because before you go to operation, you must sign. So they want IPOB to sign. They want his people to sign, so that if anything happens here, you have nobody to blame, because you are signed.
Yeah,
and nobody will go for anything.
Mazi Alozie, let me come in here. During that Python dance, everything that happened there, do you know that Kanu as a bureau was there? There were two persons in that house. That time I was in Sweden. I was in Stockholm. We watched it live. Did you know that guy was the only guy and Somto who narrowly escaped death there? And this as a bureau, I know why I'm bringing this. This as a bureau, Kingsley as a bureau, aka Kananta, was in that room throughout all this infinite, and there was money about close to 80 million plus there that this man took. You continue to ask yourself, why was this guy not killed upon all the shootings? That Kingsley was there, and he escaped with the money there. And when Onyendo asked, Onyendo is still alive. He told Onion that the Python that they put the army, all of them, they took the money. Why he absconded with that money? And the same person that when Onyendo, he was away when this happened in Kenya, he couldn't even open up to the leadership. Do you think that if Kananta has come up immediately in front of the leadership, that Onyendo, they would have the rendition of Onyendo to Nigeria? It's not possible. Because we are here. The media is here. He kept quiet. Outside all that, he brought a lawyer. I'm going somewhere. I want you to know where I'm going. Because I know where just he is the same person. He is the same person masterminding, teleguiding everything that is happening now. Working with Ejimako and all of them, with Anya. They couldn't succeed in killing Kenya. They couldn't succeed in killing Python dance. He is the person that stopped this sit-at-home. This thing that is happening in Biafra. He is the same person that took about 40 million for Nigeria government. And the lie that always says stop sit-at-home. All these things that is happening now, Kalonta is 101% wrong. Are we talking about the lawyer, the ghost in Kenya, or Bismarck in UK? Go on, my brother. We have to hammer on this. And I think you come up and speak something about this issue. I just read now.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, thank you. So when we look at all these things, so we have to know that the operation is another plan to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's exactly what they wanted, because you start to reason it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has complained that even his medication, they deny him ordinary medication. They deny him ordinary food in DSS dungeon. They deny him all these things. How can you deny somebody all these things, and then you suddenly agreed that you will? This is the same person that has been freed. This is the same person that has been freed by the courts. You have no reason to continue to hold this person, and even you didn't even agree that he should be taken to a normal hospital, but yeah, you want to do the operation there. So these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. And when we start seeing, you see, I continue to tell Biafrans, this is a struggle. And the only reason why we are fighting for this struggle is because we are tired of Nigeria. We are tired of the corruption that is emanating from Nigeria. We are tired of the marginalization happening in Nigeria. We are tired of the way they run the system in Nigeria, because the system they run will continue to hinder justice. So all these things, we are tired of it. Now, are you telling me that you are a Biafran? Then you are supporting you are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's siblings to continue to cause problems. I saw the tweet he made regarding IPOB leadership has sacked people. This is the same word infiltrator, the chief infiltrator used, that he has sacked IPOB leadership. That is the same word this man is still using. And I remember when all these things were hammering, these people were working with Ebrima. And when they fall out with Ebrima, none of them have fought Ebrima. In one way or the other, Ebrima have used some of the things they said to promote the things he's doing. None of them have stood to say, no, I am not with you, because they know what they are doing. So we are preparing. Every Biafra should understand that what we are trying to restore is nothing close to Nigeria. It's something that we have a structure. It's something that every man, big and hairy, should. It's not something that Chira Samoru's wife or son will rise up one day and start giving order to anybody when he is nothing. We know Chira Samoru as DSS. As GOS member. We don't know his son. We don't know his wife. We don't know any other person. We know only him. And that is how a nation is run. A nation is not run in such a way that the wife of a senator will come out and start making noise in the street, slapping policemen and giving them order. The nation is not run that way. We, Biafra, should ask ourselves, are we ready? Are we just ready to have a nation? Are we just ready to have a nation? Or are we just there to just take over from looters, or to do the things they normally do when we take power? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. If you truly need a nation, you should remove yourself from supporting siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we have no office of the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in IPOB. They have no right to make any statement against the leadership of IPOB. This is how things are supposed to run. So in view of that, we say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed to go and have a thorough medical attention, where we are going to trust the medical examiners. That's what we are saying. And the two, this second topic says, Ipob is the reason insecurity is fought in Biafra land. And I want to start this statement by making statement about what the governor of Enugu State said. You know, governor of Enugu State, I don't want to be biased about him, and I don't want to say that he wants to be part of the problem, because when he made that statement, it shows that he is very amateur. It shows that he never understood even what is happening, and the office is trying to take over. Because when you make such a statement, you are trying to, unless he's trying to tell us that he's adding the infiltrators. Because those people are no more making noise. Many things are normal in a lot of places, but he made that statement in order to awake these people. Maybe he wants to show that he has the strength, but he's supposed to understand that these people are just government recruits that want to put tension in our land. And we have fought them tooth and nail, and we have defeated them. Unless he's trying to tell us that they are aiding them. If you notice from day one, when IPOB leadership started mentioning some names and saying that these people are criminals, some people we are making arguments saying that why is leadership mentioning some names? But when you notice the names they have mentioned, they are the same names that have been called in one way or the other, that have said that these people are the people that has been messing up in our land, kidnapping fellow Biafrans, doing a lot of atrocities in order to discredit IPOB. Because I have been making this argument from the one that the reason why infiltrators were recruited is because they wanted to use them to make a common Biafran anywhere they are, to start asking questions, to put a gigantic question mark on IPOB on IPOB and ask, is this how we are going to get freedom? Is this how we are going to have freedom? Is this what they want to give us in the Biafra they are trying to give? Thank God that IPOB started doing separation and separated themselves from criminals and separated themselves from those that cannot heed to instruction, from those that have no regard to command and control, from those that want to destroy the structure of IPOB. And the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive today is because we never allowed them to destroy the leadership of IPOB. And IPOB is the reason why Biafra land is still cool today. Go and check everywhere. Biafra land has been the coolest place in the whole of Nigeria until on the whole of this zoo, until the Nigerian government started recruiting a lot of people, trying to use them to cause a lot of problem in our land. But now IPOB leadership was able not only to distance themselves from IPOB, themselves from these infiltrators. IPOB leadership made an important success when they defeated infiltrators and made them not to disrupt the election that exposed the hatred of Nigerian government on Igbo people. Now, everybody, go to Twitter, go to everywhere. You are seeing people, even people from Edo State, people from Akwa Ibom, everybody saying, not only that they are now more saying now that they are not Igbo. Because before, people were saying, we are not Igbo. Today, they are saying, we are proudly Igbo. We have seen it. Our eyes have opened. Ask yourself, what if IPOB kept quiet and allow infiltrators to use IPOB to cause problems? Ask yourself what will be happening today. So I use this opportunity to tell our people to remember the reason why Fulani herdsmen are no more attacking our people just like before in our bushes. It is because of IPOB. The reason why they are not burning our market, the reason why they are not using all these things against us and destroying our land is because of IPOB. IPOB is the savior. IPOB is not destroyers. Don't allow the propaganda they are using in radios, are using in their brown envelope newspapers to fool you. Think and reason. Every IPOB member, every Biafran should make sure that they stand and refuse the manipulation of the Nigerian government and the West. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Mazi. So much, Mazi, so much. Fearless evangelist, please take number 2 topic. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. We are. Yes, I will just speak it like that. Everybody knows that IPOB is in our land that have stopped Fulani herdsmen and these very governors or artificial insecurity that was established and activated by the governors. They know where the hope they have, they know where the defense, but at times, and some desperation, and some people who have fallen away from IPOB because their mind, what they have in mind, they didn't see it, or what they wanted to achieve, they didn't get it. So they see some opportunities to be shouted. They will never destroy our credit because it has been there. It has been long that I marched the sheet of cow in the streets, in at least the areas where I have been going for long. I am supposed to be seeing the sheet of cow, but I don't see it. That one is number one. And our people know this thing, that IPOB launching ESN was authentic, and we did not plan it with anybody. No politician, no government, nothing. Then this is the only time we have a security outfit without having any government, any hand from government. But to see that the governors want us dead, they launch a bag to be killing our people. They have never given account of a bag. And they thought they have left office. They must give account of a bag because IPOB will give account of ESN. Communities can only give account of ESN. We don't need to disturb ourselves. But people are being convinced or confused because of the activities of army, police in communities. This thing you see they are doing is to discredit IPOB. And this thing you see invading communities, it was planned with infiltrators because ESN does not operate in communities. But they invade communities, they tell you that the house they burn is ESN camp. You know, they kill our youth, they call them suspected ESN, and they call them ESN. And those they kidnap, they call them suspected ESN. But before ESN came, have they not been killing our people? So those people they used to kill are they suspected who? Before election of 2023, they had been killing us during the election. Abiola contested, Tofa contested, but we were the victim of us, Abiola. But when you see in an army in a community, you know they were sent by the government to come and kill you. Some idiot will be asking you, where is DOS? They should send our men. ESN was not launched for that. So if that thing happened in community, you may say, what is IPOB doing? Okay, that thing has been there. They have been killing us before we came. And the Nnamdi Kanu was here when Olo massacre was happening. He was here when Obibo was happening, right? And we have been fighting. There have been invaders in our community, in our land. Ojuku call them invaders. You don't think they will stop automatically? No. When we chase them away from here, they will come from here. They don't have anything to your land. Your duty is to secure your land. And that is why we call our people to come closer to IPOB, not to join IPOB, but to take information and directives from IPOB. Our duty is to watch the cities. Our duty is to study the enemies, then tell you where the enemy have assembled. Tell you the next road to escape the trap of the enemy. It's not everything you do, I must fight, No. The same way you are monitoring your business, knowing when particular goods, the price go up and when it comes down. That is how IPOB in this field, that is how we are. This is the field of freedom. No country has fought them. This kind of enemy IPOB is fighting. They are everywhere. Your duty is to listen to us. We will tell you when to dodge them. We will tell you how to beat them. We will tell you when we are in, even if you don't want to listen, you may fall victim. Nobody will protect you because the war has been here in our land. We come to save you. You don't think that coming of IPOB will stop everything. No, they will keep doing, but will keep fighting. Why you fall victim cheaply or easily is because you fail to listen to IPOB, who is in charge of the land. Right? So that is what we are telling them. We have come to secure here and we will secure here. Gradually, they will be leaving our land while they are keep using the governors, the politicians to be doing more for you to feel as if we are not doing anything. People knew what we are doing. The governors knew what we are doing. They knew we have fought them. They knew we have suppressed Fulani. They knew they didn't achieve it. They handed over to Chief Tinubu for frustration. They want him to frustrate people. What they wanted to achieve, IPOB stop it. Completely. Nnamdi Kanu stop the agenda of Fulani. That has been his crime of taking over our land. We must know and mark it somewhere that IPOB loves our land. IPOB is here to save our land. And then Nnamdi Kanu is here to save our land. We are not cowards. When they kill us during protests, we will not retaliate. Because we know if we retaliate, they will leave us and go inside the communities and kill our people. And because we love you, we bear the pains. Not that we have forgotten or we have forgiven, but because we love you, they must leave us and invade your community. They must not confront us. They will go to the market. They will burn it down. That is their intention. But after we have secured these things by enduring these things, these killings, to secure your life, you now join people that the government you put fire as a fool. But this place, you yourself that is living, IPOB allow them to kill us because we said they are ready to, we are ready to die so that you'll be safe. How come after dying in Aba, in Umbo, you not support people that will come and set your land ablaze? When they shot a gun in the junction of your village, they will run away. Army will come and kill you. Stop supporting such things. That's what they are telling you. IPOB will give information of things happening. Now, if you have raw information, you give IPOB. Nobody will operate with the name of IPOB or ESN to torture you. And they came from IPOB. No, they did not come from IPOB. They are enemies. And you have to inform us. Do not take it as IPOB did it to you. IPOB did it to you. No, we don't do so because we have been dying to save you. Do not listen to anybody that IPOB do this. We cannot kill our own. That's why we are angry when they come to kill you. The same Enugu they kill pregnant woman. The same Enugu that Ugwani refused to give press release when the foreign journalists came. A government was supposed to give press release. A state where foreign journalists came because they projected the experiment to do it. How come a crime committed by somebody in Finland sent people to kill people, they killed in Enugu? Foreign journalists came after coming, and he knows he came for an official duty because he reported to the Finnish embassy in Abuja. Now, after the investigation, he also reported to the embassy back before going. How come there was no statement from the government of the state? Because federal government told him not to say anything. How come federal government did not say something? How come federal government did not demand that Perima should be handed over to them? That's Simon, because he was undergoing interrogation. Now, if he had been fighting for freedom, it would have been the opportunity of federal government to say, hand him over to us. After all, he's in your country. He killed our citizen. Pregnant woman. But they didn't do that because they sent him. Now, they kidnapped Nnamdi that has no case. But the man that has case in Finland over a killing he commanded in Enugu, which was in the better position of Nigeria to demand for him. But for at least they will hand him over. They will say, give him. Let us go and treat him because he killed our own. That's what Finnish was expecting. But Nigeria has sent money to Finnish government and said, stop exposing the investigation. We are aware, we don't want it. They gave them money. Now, ask yourself, but they are looking for Chelsea. They are looking for a Mapuafu. They are looking for our everybody. But somebody committed crime, killed pregnant woman in Enugu. The person is in Finland. The Finnish was interrogating him. Why did the Nigeria not go and say, okay, hand him over to us? He killed our citizen because they sent him. Now you know. Now you know. And even the free freedom fighter will go for him. They are looking for us here. They will catch somebody because they'll say it's IPOB. How come somebody that killed pregnant woman, Nigeria did not go for his arrest because they sent him? Now that's what we are telling you. We are not involved in anything, but our duty is to save you. IPOB have come to save this land. Thank you. From here.
Oh, thank you, my beloved comrade. Fearless evangelist. Okay, now I move to Judge Money. Judge Money, please. Unmute yourself. Take number 2 topic. Then Metusela will come in.
All right. Thank you very much. Here we are again. Of course, IPOB is very, very pragmatic. You know, we don't believe in theory. You know, we believe in practical. We actually everything we do, you see the result. Of course, other than this governor coming out to actually tell us whom he is, there is something Alozie said. He is very, very, critical. That thought is very, very critical when he said, except if he is working with them. Because the reason why this governor came out to say, sit at home is going to be stopped and this and that, knowing fully well that IPOB does not actually enforce any sit at home. Now, he actually made this statement. There is something we need to understand about this politics they are playing in Nigeria. Politics they are playing in Nigeria is all about when it comes to the polling unit, when it comes to the time of answerable to the president that is in the seat. Because the president is an opposition party. President can be anything, but at the end of any election, all of them will become a stooge to the center. That is what is going on in Nigeria. You should understand that the reason why these guys they selected Tinubu to be in the position of power. Hear it very well in Radio Biafra, and you write it down. They selected him to make sure he caused chaos amongst the Igbos and Yorubas. That is number one, to use him to intimidate Igbos and Yorubas. In a very short time that he is going to be alive in that office, because they have made a plan for him. He is not going to be there for a very long time. So the short period of time they will allow him, they chose him because they want to actually say it is his medical condition that killed him. But that is by the way. I want you to continue to watch because it will happen. And you will remember this day. They want to use him to destroy the relationship that was created, that was actually formed by Mazi Alozie between Igbo and the Yoruba, IPO, Biafrans, and Oduduwa. The good relationship we had because they fear it the most. It was that good relationship that the Yoruba people took a bold step to create Amotekun. And Amotekun is actually protecting their land. But the bigger thing is yet to come because they want to actually violate the relationship. After violating it, they will say, cause chaos. They will remove the man in Aso Rock. After removing him, they will place the real mandate that they have selected for themselves, which is the vice to be your president. That's when they will now bring in the agenda of Islamization. For now, Tinubu is only there to water the ground. That is a digression. I don't want to emphasize on that too much. Let's come to the pragmatic nature of IPOB, which has secured our land in the past 3 years now, almost 3 years. Because IPOB, they do not only rely in talks. When we speak, you see the result. When we tell you a prophecy, you see the result. We are not going to tell you to wait after 20 years or wait for your ancestors to actually come down before you will see the result. We tell you something, you see the result right from the time of the election. So now, what we are telling you right now is that the security in Biafra land is only any other government official, be it police, army, DSS, Navy, whatever civil defense they have put on the ground, they have never been there to secure you. They are there to collect bribe at checkpoint. They are there to intimidate you. They are there to kill you. That is the job of these people. So you need to bear that in mind, that the job of this actually to do anything that will work in the favor of anybody who is done in Nigeria, especially in Biafra land, because Biafra land is their target. The only people who will rebel against their evil agenda, evil activities, neo-colonial agenda. So that is the reason why you will see everything working against our people, against Biafrans, because Biafrans, they know what they want. They are very pragmatic. It is not about those like the middle belt, they will come and talk. Tomorrow they will report they are killing us. They are killing us. We will do this. No. We know what we want and we are actually carrying it out. And that is the most thing that fear these people. The Mazi Alozie pragmatic nature and his consistency. The consistency of Mazi Alozie and the uncorruptible ways of Mazi Alozie is the reason why these people feared him the most. Just like fearless evangelist said, that this infiltrator was actually brought to questioning, interrogated by the Western government in Finland, to be specific. Ever since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was out there, Nigeria government call him criminal, call him terrorist. Did you see any Western country actually come to investigate him or interrogate him? Because they know that everything he is doing it in line with international law and treaty. He is doing it in line with the laws of every country that where they are domiciled. That's why you will not see any of that sort. But when it comes to the criminal in Finland, it didn't take a while before they started investigating him. Of course, you should know what happened with the journalists that came to our land. Of course, journalists will go to embassy. You know the activities of Nigeria. Embassies are the places. I told you that all these diplomats, most of these diplomats in Nigeria, they are the product of bribery. Nigeria will bribe them. If you are a journalist diplomat in Nigeria, you want to get bribed, just raise something that will raise a dust. You will get bribed immediately. If you doubt what I am saying, try to be try to be political. To be Pan-African, especially those that is from African countries. Be Pan-African and speak out. You will see Ghana must go on your doorstep. It is very, very important for our people to understand that the security of our people it is not reliant on these political leaders. Because this man that came to Enugu State and started saying that he will sit at home, why does he need to announce what he needs to do? Because the organization that they are using the name to actually enforce this sit at home, made it clear that we are not part of this sit at home stupidity, shenanigan. We are not part of it. All he needed to do is to get into that office and do what he has to do. That is in line with the law. We did not target him and start killing people because that's what they always do. Instead of targeting the criminal elements, they will start killing innocent people. Deploy military to go to community and ransacking them. Because the criminal element is as a result of factionalism, which they will always use to cripple every organization that has risen up in order to fight anything connected to imperialism or anything connected to colonial agenda. Because killing our people in Biafra land is part of the neo-colonial agenda. It is a part of the imperial agenda because they have to reduce your population in order to control you. They have to make sure that they incite fear in you. If they incite fear in you, then that is when they will be able to be doing everything that you will be OES member. That is exactly what these people are doing. But IPOB, we stood our ground. We made sure that we are chasing Fulani caliphates away from our land, Fulani terrorists away from our land. Just like Mazi on the ground said that he has never stepped on any cow dung or all this cattle dung on the road anymore because there is no more these terrorists parading in the name we are open grazers. It is no longer there. It is as a result of the work of IPOB. Sometimes you guys need to actually wake up and salute IPOB, salute Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And some of you are in Nigeria today, you are hearing the predicament of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are a Biafran. You are hearing the predicament of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You decide that you will shut your mouth or you will keep quiet and watch these people to continue to enslave you because you know, of course, your politicians will never do Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did for you. Your politicians will never do that for you. They will not. The only thing your politicians will do for you, it is to kill you. It is to eliminate. It is to actually displace you. That is exactly. They are answerable to Sokoto Caliphate. Because before you become because they will give you agenda. They set the agenda. Just like you see this Efulefu going to cry for Fulani. Do you think a man crying for Fulani will be the one to give you security? He will bring Fulani to kill you. He is only crying because he's regretting. that he betrayed his people, and yet the people he betrayed his people on behalf of them still refuse to honor the arrangement, the promises that they made to him, without them understanding that it is all about bogus promises that they give to him. And they will never learn their lesson. Tomorrow you will see him now. Just like when your election is going on, he will tell you it is Tinubu. After campaigning for Tinubu, which is what he does every time, and every time there is any Biafran agenda, he will now bring his own agenda. He will tell you that he will... Right. He will tell you that if he is not a senator, you should blame it on who. So in this regard, our security is in the hands of the Eastern Security Network that is established by Mazi Kanu. And that is actually the reason why so many of you are still alive today. Thank you very much. I will leave it here.
Yeah, my beloved, thank you. Mute yourself, please. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I have to bring in our beloved comrade, Metusela 187. You will take number 1, number 2, possibly number 3 together. Or if you can, okay? Take about 10 minutes. There we are. Yes, observe 1 minute silent. We are just observe 1 minute silent. Our beloved comrade, that we just left. There we go on.
Yes, good afternoon from here. Beautiful city of Vienna here. It's a very sunny day here. I'm also greeting our crew in the house, and at the same time the host of this wonderful expose to continue educating our people on the need for them to be awake. These are the things we've been doing for many years. It's not new, but I know we have people that are joining us newly. We will keep on guiding them on the day-to-day activities of this struggle. It's a very hard task that we have embarked on, and that is why it's good for you to know your direction, to know the magnitude of the struggle you join yourself in, so that you can be able to stand the test of time. We have a lot of things going on in this struggle, but everything is still revolving around the freedom of Biafra, and especially the freedom of our leader, Mazi Kanu, who have promised us that he's not going to abandon us, and that is why we're here, to also prove to him that we're not going to abandon him. I'm going to go on and on because I have a lot of couple of topics here. By the grace of the good God, I will always use them very, very briefly. I'm going to round it up without overflowing issues. Now, let's go to the issue that we have here as why our leader should be freed. Even to the layman, Mazi Kanu signifies a very, very big symbol, not just only to Biafran people, but to those who love humanity, in other words, worldwide, because what he's fighting is for the emancipation and at the same time to free the mankind. Even their enemy, if many of you could have testified, there was a time he was in prison. On his way out, he's also speaking, even for the Fulanese, and some of us were astonished, which we learned something from there. He is a man of the people, and believe you me, his integrity have increased for a while. This time around, he's been captured, adopted by the enemy, and then the incident that just happened at their concluded selection, which they call election in 2023, opened a lot of people's eyes to know the reason why Mazi is supposed to be freed. Mazi is a beacon of hope to the downtrodden, and at the same time, the mouthpiece of those who cannot speak. So, Mazi Kanu means a lot. I don't think I can continue on and on, explaining the reason why he should be freed. I think people are now feeling the pain. A lot of pastors are now using him to sing music. A lot of medias are now using him as a topic. Mazi Kanu has become a prime to those that are doing prank and those that are doing comedy. If you never mention Mazi Kanu, your comedy will not wax. If you not mention his name, your content creator will not go far. People are now using him. Even he created a job for a lot of people, because if you speak about him, a lot of people want to pay attention, and that is why it's a little bit complicated to we that are championing this struggle, because a lot who has never been into this struggle, they are now putting their mouth, speaking about Onyendu, our leader, and they have never done any single thing, not even advice. I'm not talking about financial contribution. And they have never been on ground to protest, to show that they are not happy with what is going on. But we are not deterred. We are not even asking them to do. We are doing it because we are doing it for the mankind. So that is for that. Let's go to the reason of IPOB, talking about the IPOB, the reason insecurity is fought in Biafra. Very, very correct. In as much as we are fighting the insecurity, some of you witness a lot of sabotage, which is internal, a very, very internal sabotage. And I think at the end of this word of encouragement and a piece of word, I'm going to play a short clip about this insecurity and at the same time what we're supposed to see as this is going on. Because if you are becoming a very good student of this noble family, I don't think you'll be deceived. I don't think you need to do research before you speak to people, because it's at our fingertips. It is in us. It is part of our life. And that is why we speak every day by day. We are not being tired, in as much as we are doing it for humanity. Now, some of us know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand out among those who are called themselves speakers in the entire African race. He speaks like others, but there's a difference. He put it in action. We have a lot of speakers in African society. The one they call Professor Lumumba, he speaks very eloquently. But too much speaking without putting it into action, he becomes boring. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu meant well. Some of us may not know that even the establishment of Eastern Security, it was an emergency. Our job is to continue to raise people, especially mentally, to wake them up so that they can be able to know what is going on around their environment. Because the best thing they can do to a human is to wake him up so they can be able to reason. But as duty calls, a lot of killing started going on in our land, raping. Our mothers cannot farm. There are a lot of cry from every nook and cranny of Biafra land. People were being slaughtered, hatched in the open, and then nothing is being done. And we can't continue, saying we are waking our people up, and our people are dying. And then the people look around. The governor that meant to be secure their land, who they call the chief security of the state, they do nothing. We have been crying, shouting, cursing them, thinking that, we lay curses on them, they can be able to stand up. But yet, they put a deaf ear. Some we killed, some will come out and tell us that we should put it in prayer. For example, the governor of Enugu State. Many of us remember when the Fulani slaughtered a lot of number of people in his community. He came out and began to tell us to put it in prayer and shed crocodile tears, and that's all. And we can't continue in that way. We are human. Fulani are human. We bleed, they bleed. The most important thing for us to guide ourselves, and which we did by bringing in Eastern Security Network, their job has nothing to do with outside the community, because the place these Fulani are coming in is through the bush. And that is where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make sure that this Eastern Security we are situated. And some of us may not know. Very smart move IPOB made by not calling it IPOB Security or call it Biafra Security. They call it Eastern Security Network. In other words, he is throwing it to our Eastern governors to do something about it. But what happened? They now begin to muzzle power to create their own. So these are the things that we saw in this struggle. In fact, I have to say that the state actors, which we call the securities and the police and the army and the governors in our state, they are the ones that caused the insecurity, because they were trying to, muzzle power, trying to, eliminate those that are stopping their move. Because these people are working for the caliphate. It's not we that put them there. That is why if they go there, they can do whatever they like. You can see Ojo Zokal upon his bad record and reputation. He finally found himself in. Just close your eyes and begin to think about those in power who roasted our people. And tomorrow, you are going to see the one they call Hopo Sorema in the Senate House. In other words, you are not the one putting them there. And that's why they are behaving the way they are behaving. In order to cut the story short, we started and we are not afraid of blackmailing. We have been blackmailed. What we just succeeded is the heaviest of it all, by creating internal enemy among us, because this is the deadliest move. We can handle external enemy, but this internal one, to be honest with you, it really, really shaked us. And as a I'm happy because this struggle is for just cause, and we succeeded because they use us to get us. Very, very sad. And some of you know what we are passing through today. So we can begin to overemphasize on that issue of insecurity. It is we that that are securing our land. We are taking care of our people. And that is why if anything happened today, can't you see everybody saying IPOB, where are you people? IPOB, everybody IPOB, even though that doesn't pay anything, even though that castigates, they always call us. And that is why I want you to pay attention to this. These are the advice Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us on this issue of insecurity and at the same time temptation that will come on our way. We must be very, very careful. I know sometimes it's good to listen, but when you begin to critically analyze the meaning of what we are listening to, it carries a lot of weight. It is so easy to say, yeah, I'm not going to disappoint, but you can't withstand the temptation that is coming in. I have my great philosophers, Aristotle, Plato, Thomas Aquinas, Francis Bacon, and so on and so forth. They define wisdom. It's not just to have a gray hair or to have a white hair, no. It is somebody to know what to do at the right time. You know when, you know how to handle it. This is the reason why some of us are falling astray today. Those that are shouting what, where are they today? A lot of us, emotionally, and because they are weak, they lost it all. Because they are waiting for the Director of State to start shouting, kill, kill, kill. Where you are holding your leader. And now they are shouting what, brother, today there are no more what. What we are hearing now is please release onion on the online, not even on the pages of newspaper, on the online. So these are the things we say. Pay attention to this. I hope it's going to be a little bit loud. Just 3 minutes. Then I think I'm going to round it up with this. And then we take it from there. I hope it's coming out very clear.
We have many enemies. You need to be strong. If you are not strong, if this IPOB is not strong, I don't mean muscle strength. If you're not strong mentally, they will overrun us. We need to remain very resolute and very, very strong. Temptation will come from everywhere. Idiots will spring up from everywhere. Fools will emerge from where you never expected them to emerge from. Those campaigning for 2023 will bribe some of you. Those campaigning for 2023, ignorantly and foolishly, of course, because the Fulanis will within their presidency, they will come to deceive some of you. They will give you fanciful ideas that are unworkable. If you fall for it, then you're finished. These are the things that I want you to understand this very evening. You can see their lies. I want the world to understand this and to tell Facebook and AFP and all the idiots, the flavors, the traitors, the backstabbing criminals, that they cannot stop Biafra. It is impossible. You can't stop it. You can't. The more you come, the more we grow. The more you come, the more we grow. That's how powerful we are. Or that's how powerful Chukwuka made us. Not by man. All I've been explaining to you was the reason why they went about recruiting people. Recruiting them to try. And they have tried everything and it has not worked. This IPOB is too strong. Every time, everything we try is not working. And I'm telling you, they may come to recruit some of you. They will come for some of you within IPOB. They will come for some of you because everything they have tried hasn't worked and it can never work. Never. Even if they buy over some of you, you are wasting your time. It can never, ever work. Never. This family is indestructible. Indestructible. Ask the flavors that went before. Those that thought they were too strong, they have to be. Oh, if not for us, what we are doing, everything was us. We are dead today. They are gone, and we are still here. The whole world is hearing about us to the point where the AFP took bribe from Nigerian government to run a propaganda for them against IPOB and my leadership. Has it worked? The answer is no. They are now even in more trouble. See the number of enemies we have. Now, from what I've just mentioned this evening, AFP have taken their own money. A very powerful news outlet. Anything they publish is syndicated all over the world. They're against what we are doing. Facebook is against what we are doing. They are rich already. They are still getting money from the zoo. These are what I call the Luciferian Alliance. Those who believe in COVID-19 to use it to plant chips in people, to use it to inject you with vaccine, so our wives and our mothers will be barren. They are the same group of people. We know them very well. When the time comes to be exposed, the
you see the number of enemies you have? Not just AFP and Facebook. Look at the names of these are Igbo names. Frederick Nwabufo is Igbo. Akujobi, I'm sure that is his name. He's changed to Achikobi. So we will find him. He's Igbo. They will come, they will buy some of you. Because some of you don't have any conscience. Some of you don't understand what Biafra means. Some of you don't understand the reason why we need to be free. Some of you, your grandfathers were slave owners, they were slave traders. Even when the white man said that slavery should go to an end, some of you revolted, some of you rioted, and said slavery should continue. You wanted to continue selling your own people. That's how life is with black people, you know. What you should see, if you don't see it, you become a victim of what you don't like. What I'm there. This is a recap. This is advice our leader gave us, and just like we said, we know that all these things is going to come. We know that all these things are going to come, and I just want to thank some of you that are still standing strong. You know, in this shenanigans that we find ourselves in, we are going to triumph on these cases. Mazi Nnamdi kind of touched also the 2023 election, which exposes so many things, and this is where I am giving the Red Dot State a very, very big kudos, because today people have beginning to see what they saw. I think we are the into media. We touch everywhere and we see the responses of people. A lot of people are ashamed. Some of them are ashamed to come out to say, wow, you people said it. And today you can now see that everywhere is silent. No more noise anymore. People have changed their logo. From Labour Party now, they have disappeared. A lot of them have disappeared. A lot of them don't want to talk about anything about election. Some of them who promoted P2B today are now promoting at Tinubu. That is how life is in the zoo. I'm telling you, we are in a mess. Not just only in a mess. Those that are in a mess don't know that they're in a mess. It's we in IPOB that understand what is going on. Some of our people don't know what is going on. And that is why this is a very, very huge task on us to continue speaking to them. I know it's hard, but it's a very, very unfortunate we have become the sacrificial lamb. And they can see how we are sacrificing ourselves. Even those in detention up to today, some of us have been killed, and still we are still standing. That is why we must continue giving kudos to this struggle. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. To round up with this discussion, I just want to make it very, very clear to those listening. You can see what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. This is a struggle that is ordained by Chukwuki. He's running on his own. I'm telling you, no matter whatever you do, it is at our own advantage. I am not trying to mock P2B for not clinging to power, but we all knew that he's going nowhere. We knew that he go nowhere. The only problem we have with him is because he was a distraction. But nevertheless, we also love that distraction because a lot of people have learned a lot from it. I'm telling you, people have opened their eyes more than before because of what happened to them during this last election. So we must continue what we are doing, and we are not going to back down until our kingdom, which we are fighting for, which is Biafra, and which remains our religion, come. And then we can now begin to look each other in the eyes and say, yes, we have made it. But until then, we must continue. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, Metusel, I don't know. Will you have time to come again? Or if you don't have time to come again, you can equally touch on the last topic and make a closing remark if you want. Otherwise, we move to number 3.
No, I'm here. Just
okay,
go to the next person. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, now I move to our beloved comrade. As in the hot, take number 3 topic, because I know our brother just wrote me, he's not coming on air, but all the time we'll round up on time. As in the hot TV, take number 3, please.
Okay. I want to say thank you to all my fellow comrades who have spoken well, making great contributions today on this platform. As the hot, and so with the talk I'm here. As the hot simply means no matter how painful the truth is.
As in the hot, 1 minute. If you can, our jingle is out already. Place it in all platforms. Mazi Alozie have it. It's in all platforms now. 1 million man match jingle is out. So if any of you can play it, it's okay. Otherwise, after the program, Mazi Alozie have to play it. Metusala, if you can play it, it's on your platform. All of you, I send it to all of you. Now go on, Mazi, as the hot, go on watching it.
Okay, thank you. Like I was saying before, it's a very beautiful day, even though we are mourning our sister Miriam Heda that had a crash, and we are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that Mazi Alozie is not injected in DSS dungeon and operated upon. This number 3 topic says how IPOB neutrality in 2023 election exposed Nigeria government halted hatred on Biafrans. The truth is this, we will continue to speak. We are not going to give up because those that brought Christianity to us told us that faith cometh by hearing. And we know that faith cometh by hearing, but any faith that you don't put any action, like our brother Mazi Alozie just said now, it will not give you any good answer. We've been working and we've been fighting, we've been speaking, and the men are on the underground in Biafra land. I'm talking about our security, making sure that the enemies do not penetrate and take over our land. Believe you me, if not for this IPOB, I don't know what could have happened to us. But today, we are talking about what has happened in Nigeria and how IPOB leadership, with their wisdom, how they handled this 2023 presidential election issue, when people were expecting to hear that IPOB leadership says this or says that. IPOB, calmly exempted ourselves from the 2023 presidential election. I want the world to know that everything that is happening in this contraption, what I mean by everything, I mean every negative thing that happened in this contraption, they always look for a way to put it on the neck of Ndibo. And Ndibo, in extension, they say, Biafra, they say Ndibo. If they don't say Ndibo, they say Biafrans. We have seen what will happen in this election many months, many years ago. And our leader, Mazi Alozie, have kept hammering on it, telling the whole world the reason why we are not inclusive in this practice. They set a very big plan for Mazi Alozie, and that plan did not, catch him, because it is only a fool that sees where his sister or brother went to and didn't return. Then he will put his head there without taking precautionary measures. We remember what they did to our eternal leader, Odumegwu Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, the people's general himself. When they gave him pardon, he came back from Ivory Coast, Nikunia. Then they told him to join Nigeria politics, because from Nigeria politics he can actually have supporters, and if he becomes the president of Nigeria, he will get Biafra. It is laughable. Sometimes when I think about this, I would say those people that gave Ojukwu this advice, I don't know if they were paid by the Nigerian government to actually penetrate him and give him such advice. And Ojukwu, being a man that listened to the voice of the people he is leading, he actually, adhered to that advice, and he practiced it. And I want to tell the world that Mazi Alozie came at the right time, when all the mistakes have been done, and he have learned from the mistakes and keep correcting those errors. So if Ojukwu, whom is widely accepted across Biafra land, we fail. Not that he failed, they failed him, they gave him a fake result in his own constituency. Because in the name where Ojukwu came from, they told the Ojukwu that Ojukwu failed election. So Mazi Alozie look at it and say, one day he was discussing with somebody at the palace, he said, if these people knew who Mazi Alozie is, they would just say, Mazi, take care of Biafra and go. Because all the plan they have said, because that was the day they brought, they sent a certain man to come and tell Mazi Alozie to pen down all the things that IPOB needed. Whatever we need, they should pen it down for Mazi Alozie to stop fighting for Biafra. And that was when Ohaneze Ndigbo, led by Nyanwodo, was busy shouting, restructuring. We don't want Biafra. What we want is restructuring. Nyanwodo, Ohaneze Ndigbo, the restructuring they did not give to Nyanwodo. We are still here. So that was when Mazi Alozie made that statement that if they know who I am, they will not make this mistake. So they tried that rubbish with Ojukwu, they succeeded, and they rubbished Ojukwu politically. They dealt with that man mercilessly, politically. Like they made him to know that as long as one Nigeria is concerned, you don't have a say. You cannot achieve anything. So they wanted to try it with Mazi, and Mazi also said, "No, you tried it with Ojukwu, you succeeded. In my own time, you can't." When they came to Mazi and told Mazi to change IPOB, to use IPOB, form a political party, that Mazi can actually turn IPOB to IPOB movement as a political party and registered it under one Nigeria. Then vote people into power, just as they used to shout. You can vote people into power, people that will speak for you in the house, people that will speak for you in the upper chamber, in the lower chamber, in the middle chamber, in the east, west, north, and south chamber. Mazi look at them and laugh. The question Mazi used to ask is this: where will that election result will be announced? It is in Abuja. Who is in charge of that? Who is going to be the INEC chairman that will announce that election result? It is a Fulani man. Then how do you expect me to do to carry out an election in Ohuhu, and somebody in Abuja will announce the result? And you want me to believe that turning IPOB into a political party is going to favor me? We are actually fighting for the restoration of our nation, Biafra, not as a political party. We are not interested. So Mazi saw it long time ago. That is why 8 years ago, Mazi told them that they have prepared Tinubu to be the president of Nigeria come 2023. That it was an agreement. And the reason is because they have formed this alliance between the North and between the North and the Southwest. So that alliance that they formed, they knew that if they don't do that, they turned up and said, enough is enough, we self want to go, that the North will have nothing to hold. That is why they were forming alliance between the North and the West. So now, why they are forming that alliance, something happened along the line. They thought that Mazi Nnamdi do not have idea about all these their plans. The Mazi came out and told us that it's going to happen this way, it's going to happen this way, it's going to happen this way. But the people like Athens and Upo was busy shouting, it is the turn of Ndigbo in 2023. It is the turn of Ndigbo 2023. I am endorsing Buhari. He endorsed Buhari. He shared money among all the chiefs that came to visit him. He said they should support the APC. That Buhari is the only person that will give them, give Igbo man election, give Igbo man presidency. But we told them that we are not interested in your presidency. What we want is conduct a referendum where everybody from this side of the world, being Eastern region, should come out and vote if we want to be part and parcel of this country or not. Then Nyanwodo was on the other side shouting, no, not to Biafra. I will sabotage it. Anybody that is going to bring any Biafra that will cause problem, I will sabotage it. How has talking about Biafra caused problem or going to cause problem? None. So they tried all their tricks on Mazi. It did not work. Mazi said no. Finally, because of this 2023 election, they kidnapped Mazi Alozie. I want the world to know that one of the biggest reasons why they kidnapped Mazi Alozie is because of this 2023 election. Believe you me, a Yoruba man told me, he said if he used to follow me on Facebook, he wrote me, a Yoruba man, very big man. He said, if Mazi Alozie was not kidnapped in Kenya, there is no how Tinubu will enter into power. That is what this Yoruba man told me. He said, I'm not supporting Tinubu. I am supporting Obi because it is the turn of the Igbos. They said that they are zoning it to North and South. Okay, now, the North have ruled. Then the Jonathan time was just, it's South, and it was just an accident. Now, it is supposed to be the turn of Igbo man because Yoruba have ruled, Hausa have ruled, Fulani have ruled. Now they gave it to South. It is supposed to come to the South. And that is why people like our brother was shouting, now you go give us, at the end of the day, what happened? They kidnapped the only man that will stand between the gap to speak to humanity, to talk to human beings, to talk to those that still have sense to reason. The reason why we don't need Biafra, we don't need a Nigeria president, but Biafra. So because of that, they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then, as they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man called Joe Ibokwe was happy, dancing, because he is an errand boy to Tinubu. Lagos, a contract of Igbo. He was very, very busy, dancing like a monkey from one tree to another, kneeling down, hashing up and thanking God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been kidnapped. And he said it before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnapped. He said, go for their leader and they will all scatter. Now it is down on them. They have seen it, that even as they went for our leader, the struggle became more stronger. Even no matter how the infiltrators, how much they paid the infiltrators to cause problem among us, the struggle is more stronger even now than before. So what happened is this: with the great idea, collective idea of the leaders of this movement, led by Mazi Alozie, collective should I say, brain that we are put together to lead us. They found out that we have to do something, not to say anything or to make any comment in support of this election. We are neutral. Anybody that want to, do whatever they want to do. If you want to vote, go and vote. If you don't want to vote, it's up to you. Because they were already planning to use that election to kill our people in large number and put it on IPOB. Because everything they are doing is to cause mayhem and hang it on the neck of IPOB. So while they were planning to use that election, they were waiting. What has IPOB said? All the whole news in Nigeria, the newspapers, they paid all of them, the radio station, the television station, they were shouting. What has IPOB said? What has IPOB said? I am among the people that said there will be no election in Biafra land at the beginning of this whole process. But when the leadership looked deeply to see what these people are planning, they came up to announce that IPOB is not interested in this move, in this 2023 election. Anybody that want to vote in this election should go and vote. If you don't want to vote, we are not. Our hand is not there. It's up to you. And because of that one pronunciation, and our media publicity secretary, Imapofu, put it in writing. Methuselah, please, I want you to please mute your phone, okay? Mute your phone. So, because of this, what happened is that they that are planning that evil, seeing that IPOB have, exempted themselves from activities of whatever they call selection, because here is selection, not election. Then what they did was, wow. So these guys are smart like this. All those killing and bumping of everywhere that they have planned. The people doesn't know that these people, they already sew some clothes. SN clothes that they want to kill people, that will be killing people in Biafra land. In order to tell them, these are the people that are fighting for your Biafra, they are the same people killing you because you come out to vote. But because we clearly, Mazi Alozie, I want to tell you, I'm telling you the gospel truth. Because they never believe that we will have information and have idea of their plan. Then we took ourselves out of the whole system and left them to go and showcase what they have. And what happened? Finally, the election was done. All the people who were shouting obedient to say, okay, go and practice your franchise. Go and show the whole world what you can do. They went, they did what they can do. And indeed, Obi was highly accepted because everybody was saying, it is the turn of the Igbos, it is the turn of the Igbos. But they don't know that the Fulani people have sworn that never would they allow an Igbo man to be the president. Which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, he told them, pump and plane, open. Now, when Obi outrightly won the election, they said no, that they are not going to allow Obi to be the president of Nigeria. That alone makes IPOB standing out to clarify to all those people that still believe in one Nigeria and the Igbo presidency that it will never happen. And even if an Igbo man will win the election, they will not allow him. Maz, I want to tell you something that this election have done, positive thing that they have done. 85% of all the people that never believed in Biafra agitation and restoration of our nation, I just say 85%, have now come to realize, to believe that it is only Biafra that will give an Igbo man a sense of belonging in this contraption. That is the truth. You can't even fight it. You can't even argue it, because all of them are even coming out. Some of them that were heavily paid. The bloggers, the freelancers, the what they call them, the content creators that were shouting obedient, they couldn't even come out to defend that they are obedient, whatever they believe in. They couldn't come out to defend it. Everywhere is quiet. And they finally, put someone else, put the person who didn't win the election into the post as the president, and everywhere is quiet. Now they are going to court. I tell you that they can go to this court from now to the next 4 years, and the Tinubu will remain Nigeria president. And because IPOB took themselves out of the line and stand out to show the whole world that an Igbo man is not allowed to rule Nigeria, and that is the reason why we, the Biafrans, are asking that we should be given opportunity to vote, to have a referendum, if we want to be part of the election or not. So finally, the election is done on them. Their eye has opened. And today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being our leader, is still in the hand of the enemy. But he is going to come out, because even the referendum we are looking for is already torn. If a vote is casted in Biafra land today about Biafra to go or not, this election that just finished now is going to give IPOB 99.9, like 99.9 Biafra yes to go. And that is why they are afraid to have it done. Thank you very, very much. I stand by until I come back to speak the last word.
Thank you. Fearless Evangelist, unmute yourself. Let us demand flow of time now.
Okay, I will do it short. Thank you. IPOB neutrality on election 2023. Without this very neutrality, there is no way you can see IPOB existing in Biafra land. They will not be stopped by police or army. No. Biafrans themselves, they will go house to house, catch any IPOB member, kill the person or hand him over to police, burn down the properties, declare that they don't need IPOB in every community. It will be something, they will not be doing it hiding, proudly, because IPOB stopped them. That will be their language. IPOB stopped them from putting Igbo man. IPOB stopped them from taking power away from government. IPOB stopped them from putting somebody that will free Nnamdi Kanu. So nobody will talk about Nnamdi Kanu now. I think we did not stand with after the election. If you talk about free Nnamdi Kanu, you are dreaming. They will slap you. Any part of Biafra land you are, if you mention Nnamdi Kanu, they will beat hell out of you. They will say that it's the same Nnamdi Kanu that stopped them from making Igbo man president. Do you know that had we not stand neutral, had we not stood neutral, that the APC, you will see that INEC is supporting this. You will know. You will see INEC chairman telling you that the P2B have 97% to become president, that he was stopped by IPOB. Do you know that all the media houses will be writing on behalf of P2B, as a sympathy for what IPOB did to him? Now, do you know that APC would have sponsored protests the whole Nigeria? Those that will protest against IPOB for destroying their mandate they gave to P2B, that they voted for him every other part of the country. It's IPOB that stopped people of the East from voting P2B. Do you know that on this very process, that we not stood neutral, that APC will sponsor violent protests against no election in the East? That is to say, they will destroy something in Nigeria that the Attorney General will use against Nnamdi Kanu in the Supreme Court. It was a very good ground to provide amendment ground of appeal. These very sponsored APC talks will destroy something in every part of the zoo. sponsor those also in the other side. They will kill. They will destroy. They will say it's IPOB, is a protest against no election. And the Nigeria will channel it that it was caused by Nnamdi Kanu, and they will use it against him in Supreme. So what we just achieved is that those that we have suffered for, who refuse to agree, they have come to agree. And those that have been raising tongue for us, when we say something, their tongue have been cutting off. Now, they are silent. We are waiting.
Fearless. In a use earpiece.
Yes.
Okay, and we're not enough stuff from your side. I don't need to talk too much.
Okay, let me do something now. Okay, so it will not come out now again. Is it still coming out?
No, it's okay now, loud and clear now. It's okay now.
Okay. Now, so that is the issue. This Berima boys would have been the people that would be looking for IPOB to kill them because it was a better grant given to them to take over Biafra land. Immediately you do no election, then Biafrans will reject IPOB, then you take over. It was the plan. And the communities will protest against ESN. That was what BBC had planned before. Since that's what they wanted to build with the Monday statute, as they were busy going to community, asking them how are they feeling. So they were planning how to raise dust. But this thing stopped due to IPOB neutrality. So P2B now is there. The world has seen it, that Nnamdi Kanu is in detention illegally. P2B also won election. They did not give it to him. The same thing Mboro Jike told Zik. We do not belong here. They said no. Now, he said no. Now, today we have seen it. The same thing IPOB is saying. Whether you are Nigeria, they will kill you. You fight for Biafra, they will kill you. It's better they kill you for fighting for Biafra. Not fighting for Biafra from the wrong source. Because we was once with Wazirike, he told us, he met with the Obama today. Hillary Clinton will be announcing Biafra, then Clinton will approve it, then George Bush will come and build Biafra, W. Bush, I met them next week, Biafra will be announced. So we have been there. We have been with Nnamdi Kanu. He told us not to say what we don't have. He told us not to lie. He never tried to entice us. He never tried to make us happy. And he never attempted to kill our people. And he never used emotion. He always do it in reality. And IPOB believes in that. If you want to be hearing Biafra, you are free to be hearing, then you want to fight Biafra, you are free to join IPOB. But to join people and hear Biafra, if they are attacking Biafra, you are free to join people. But in Biafra land, you have no right to destroy our land. Before any freedom fighting group will take over and say we are now in charge, you must provide achievements that must have supersede the achievements of IPOB, such like started me. Such like Radio Biafra, such as civil disobedience, such as the raising of Biafra flag, making sure the Biafra flag is all over the world. So many things, such like ESL. So there are things you must provide to make sure, and you present it, then you will supersede the achievements of IPOB. But as far as IPOB is still in charge and on top, and is heading to Biafra, we will tell you condition. We will tell you that our people must be safe. We will tell you. You cannot come up and say, hey, leave me, let me fight for Biafra, the one fight is a lie. Wazirike was there, was doing it. Until we came up with things which supersede his own achievement. Then he left it for us. So you don't come and drag what you don't have. And Mazi, I will ask you to permit me after this one because I have so serious something. Please.
Okay, my dear. Okay. The money, unmute yourself, please.
So let me finish once and leave, please, with closing remarks.
Okay, you want to leave? Oh, yeah, take number 4 at the same time. Now touch it now.
Number 4 about what we are eating, right? Our people should be mindful of what we eat.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very, very important. We have been doing it. We have been saying this for long. And our people should know that it is still the same love IPOB have for them, because we don't want to restore Biafra just grasses. We want to restore Biafra where human beings will live. So we want them to save themselves. So many poisons have been brought here from the north. So many things have been a problem. That is why we are passing through different sicknesses. That is why there are strange sicknesses we don't practice, we don't see here in our land. There are sicknesses we knew that can happen, can fall on anybody from Biafra land. We knew. But there are ones that come now, we don't know about it. So I will not dwell much on this. That's why we are telling our people, listen to our people, listen to our advice. We never bring anything that will harm our people. Rather, we are informing you how to save your life. Please be mindful of what you eat, how it comes. People are dying, families are dying. Some things will come, they will eat and die. Then we don't know what is happening than to tell you to be careful of what you eat. So on the same hand, today is our Tweet Tuesday. Please try and tweet. Make sure that every IPOB press release, you share it. It is more than nuclear weapon. Maybe you don't know what you have. The power of IPOB press release, if you know it, if you know how Nigerian army, Nigerian government, whenever they say IPOB press release, how they panic, then if you know it, you will start sharing it. Go and tweet, retweet our Twitter, the tweet of our Twitter experts. Continue to do so. These are standing instructions that we can never shift from. From Nnamdi Kanu, that is where it came from. We will continue, our people continue to push. Pray for Nnamdi Kanu. Stand against any info against Nnamdi Kanu. The only family Nnamdi Kanu told us he has is IPOB. He has his own family, but IPOB have been dying for him. The IPOB have every grant to stop anything we see.
Network. Round up, okay. You are back. Go on, brother, you are back.
No, I said I'm okay. I'm through.
Okay, thank you. See you next week. Judge Money, please. Number 3 and number 4, make your closing remark at the same time, briefly. There we go. Judge.
Mazi, thank you very much. The number 3 and number 4.
Yeah. IPOB neutrality in 2023 election exposed Nigeria government's hatred on Biafra, and number 4 is educating our people on the need to control what they eat and drink to avoid kidney and heart-related diseases.
All right, thank you very much. I'll be very brief. Of course, Biafrans, the neutrality of IPOB towards the 2023 election, it has actually opened the eyes of many, except those ignorant set of bigots who are not willing to change because they were, that's why sometimes you will ask yourself, did they use some, biological weapon on these people, especially your politicians and their, those affiliated with them. So you will ask yourself if these people are really, human beings, because there is always people who will be benefiting from the system that exploits you. So those are the people whom you will see they are the part of those they will use for faction. Just like you see the infiltrators today. So they are, but IPOB, just like Mazi Alozie said, that we trample these people. He just finished the words there. We trample these people. They think they are clever. They don't understand how intelligent we are. Because IPOB, had it been that IPOB, because the infiltrator will start pushing an agenda first for IPOB to buy it, or IPOB, when they come to opposite direction, they will use it to say, we are working with P2P, we are working with that. But upon that, we stood our ground, we make sure that we destroy every plan that they have made in advance to use it to actually make IPOB fall into their dirty trap. IPOB will still remain, the greatest. In all these freedom fighters, we still remain the greatest because You know, if I don't see it, you will see it. If you don't see it, another person will see it. Metosela will see it. Darlington will see it. And Mazi just spoke now. Fearless Evangelist will see it. Many of our people are going to see it. That is the reason why we are teamwork. And that is what we are calling on our people. Teamwork is the answer to every problem. Teamwork. And then our people need to understand that it is time to unite. We remove those, moles among us. Those are the moles, the faction, the people Mazi Nnamdi will always call the moles. We will remove it. We will remove them among us. Now, coming to the health advice to our people, the kidney and the heart disease you are suffering from, especially the kidney disease in our land, it is so much having unprotected intercourse. That is the reason why so many people are having kidney disease. Unprotected intercourse, STDs, STIs, when they accumulate in your body, they will give you either prostrate. From prostrate, it will attack your kidney, because anything that attacks your prostrate attacks your kidney. So it is very, very important for our people to know, especially even these elderly people, you must understand you should use protection so that you will not create problem for your children. And the heart disease, for some of the type of food you need to actually abstain from. You see, excessive of protein, excessive of soda, salt, sugar, all these things, you need to abstain from them. These are not good for your health. If you abstain from these things, I believe that you will live longer. I've just cut it very short in our people understanding. Beans is not actually good for, especially people that are already older in their age. All those foods are not good for them, but it is important for you to actually eat healthy. Fulani meat is not good for you, especially the beef is not good for you, especially to our older people. You should actually watch what you are eating and save yourself from future medical emergency. Thank you very much for this time. Until we meet again, I still remain Judge Money. Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you. Mazi, Judge Money, thank you, my brother. Mazi Alozie, please, number 3 and number 4. Mazi Alozie, unmute yourself if you can hear me. Mazi Alozie again.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi, for the opportunity to speak again. It has been quite a very good discussion, and the commentators has been doing wonderfully well. So I want to join my voice also to what we are discussing, how Ipob neutrality in 2023 election exposed Nigerian government's hatred on Biafrans. This particular topic is very, very wonderful, at least because just 2 days ago I was on Twitter browsing, and I saw so many tweets from many people. Now these tweets are not just coming from those that agree that they are Igbo. These tweets are coming from the old eastern region, even extending to Edo people. They were saying that they are Igbo, they are proudly Igbo, that wherever they are being called Igbo, that whenever the hatred, Nigerian government have used a lot of divide and rule against our people. There are even some Igbos that they made to start saying that they are not Igbo. When they tie 2 rappers, when they have a Ori as their market days, when they speak Igbo, because they, every Igbo town and villages, they have their own dialect. They are Igbo, but different from another. So you will see somebody from Ikwere saying that he is not Igbo. You see somebody from Asaba saying he's not Igbo. You see a lot of people saying they are not Igbo, and even some celebrities joining this ignorance. But 2023 election did something. It opened the eyes of a lot of people. And now so many people are now realizing the mistakes they had made for a very long time. And this particular thing was made possible by one thing Nigeria IPOB leadership did. Because, as of that time, Biafrans have no business with Nigeria. But at that particular time, that's why Methuselah played an important voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, you have to be strong. And he is not talking about physical strength. He is talking about mental strength. Because mental strength is very, very important. At a time, they want you to fight. And you know that when you fight, you are losing it. Are you going to use your brain? And know that fighting is not the proper thing to do now. That you have to make use of your brain. That is what we call mental strength. They want you, when they want you to start shouting no election. And when you start shouting no election, it gives them opportunity, even if you don't want to attack your brothers on that election day, it gives them opportunity to recruit a people or use their zoo security to attack our people. Imagine that we shouted no election, and on that day, they opened fire on our people in many villages standing to vote. Do you know what will happen? They will say all the news, even BBC and all this news will start carrying it and say that IPOB kills hundreds in a Faruku. IPOB kill. They will use a lot of places, Newi, Ebony, all these places, and it will be fire. And when all these things must have happened, you see that it is the same way they will rise up. People will be fooled into thinking. They will say a lot of things against IPOB, and the IPOB will receive the highest fights. Even this Nigerian government that instigated this thing will stay one side and watch us kill ourselves. This was exactly what they tried to do, and they use infiltrators to mount this. That was why infiltrators started saying a lot of things against. Telling people that there will be no election, that if you come out, you receive vote. They were shouting all these things because they knew what they wanted to do. Because by the time they must have done this, you will never blame Nigerian government for rigging the election again. You will just say that P2B lost the election because IPOB disrupted the election. That was exactly what, because they know that P2B has a lot of supporters among the youth. So this is the game they wanted to play on IPOB. That was why the chief infiltrator, because he's working for APC. So that's what, and all this here, they wanted the game he wanted to play was to destroy IPOB. Once they destroy IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is gone. I repeat it every day that the strength of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is God that gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the opportunity to convince a lot of people, because he has the backing of Chukwu Gabiama. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has his backing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the strength of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the people in IPOB. Nigeria, God gave him, and this is his strength. He was able to form a group that has structure. That was why infiltrators was telling you what is structure, what is leadership, that everybody can form anything. That was what they were saying, because they wanted this struggle to be destroyed. I said it from the beginning that this structure is what holds IPOB. The command and control is what holds IPOB strong. That when we must have, even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it, that when we restore Biafra, then we go to democracy. But for now, for us to reunite our people, there must be that command and control. You must be answerable to somebody, so that when they give order, and for our people that continue to question a lot of things, you have to understand that at this point in time, God knows the reason why He enthroned this struggle under the Directorate of States, and not just one man. Think back and ask yourself, what if at this stage that we still have somebody like Uche Mefo as our deputy, somebody that can be able to be bought, somebody that can be able to up and fight what he has defended for a lot of years. Imagine what he will do at this point in time. He will just sell us off. But God, in his infinite mercy, prepared us for today and used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Directorate of State to remove the office of the deputy leader. And now we have a college of DOS. And there is one thing Mazi Chinasamoru said in his last broadcast, that what opinion of a DOS member cannot destroy what IPOB is doing, because your opinion lies on yourself. When the DOS members are talking on as DOS members, that is when the DOS, we can say that DOS has spoken. Not when, if you're a DOS member and you are in your platform saying anything, that belongs to you. That is your opinion. And we respect your opinion, just like we respect every other's opinion. So it is God that prepared us for today. That was why we were able to defeat the infiltrators. And now our eyes are open. Our eyes of our people are open. They are chasing our people away from Lagos today. Their eyes are gradually open. And when these eyes must have opened finally, everybody will stand to say, Nigeria is not home. Everybody will stand up to say that we are Igbos and we are going home. And we will actually go home. Okay, so I will also talk about educating our people on the need to control what we eat and drink. So this is very, very important in our life. That is, I would like to, Judge Money have said,
okay, your line is off. Okay. You have to re-establish the call.
beer they drink. There are a lot of adulterated beers. There are a lot of adulterated drinks. There are a lot of all these things. And also even the Yorubas that brings all their this early morning. They are carrying all those in early morning. And our people, you have not eaten. You are a job man. And the first thing you do is to drink all those things. Because indirectly you tell yourself,
and it's in the Fulani to sell. I was said that to use that something you put in place. It bounce immediately. And that is abo. There we go.
Yes. Some of them, I normally see them, they normally drink it. And early morning, somebody will use it to wake up. And when you are putting all those things, it continues to destroy your system. That's it. And we are destroying, because you see, one thing with kidney disease is that when you get it, it is a disease that when you look at a lot of people having it, it is one or two that might be lucky enough to have a transplant. And we are living in a society where government cannot do anything for you. They don't even, you see, ordinary dialysis machine, you don't have it. Those that have it have put the price 40, 50,000 naira for a dialysis. That's the reason why our people have to control the way they drink all these things. We have to control it, because this is very, very important, so that we are not going to allow them, because it is very easy for them to even poison us using all those things. Because some of you think that poison is the one you just take and die immediately. There are poison that takes a lot of years, a lot of time for them to destroy you. Because when they put a drop of it, a little of it, you continue to take it, they continue to, when you finally die, nobody will know. When they destroy your fertility, this thing in your body, nobody will know. So that is weaponizing, using all this, weaponize it and use it on our people. So we should be careful on what we take, and our people should have conscience enough to reduce the way we also produce certain things in our land. Thank you, and God bless you. I'm using this opportunity also to call on our people to in both Facebook, both Twitter, to continue our protest. Today is also Tuesday. You go there, you tweet, you retweet, you continue to do it. Don't this thing we have been doing. Continue doing it. Perseverance, consistency is what we have been using. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Kango. See you next week. Methuselah, one name is take number 4, and that is the last topic. Can make a closing remark too.
Yeah, okay. I'm here back again. I think I have treated the issues of neutrality in election. I don't want to say much this, but I have to be very, very concise with the issue of educating our people on the need to control what they eat and at the same time drink, as regard to the sickness that is at rise in our land, especially kidney problem and heart-related diseases. I face reality, and that is why I have to speak in this way. This task is a very tedious task, it's a very hard task because of the level of poverty and at the same time underdeveloped area which they find themselves. Some of them cannot even see 1 square meal a day. You are not telling them how to mind what they eat, you know. So these are the reason why we say we need Biafra. When we say we need Biafra, it means a lot of things. I understand Mazi Nnamdi when he's saying Biafra is the kingdom of God on earth. I know some of us will be relating it to in terms of going to heaven or going to hell or going to meet God. It means a lot of things. This restoration of Biafrans means so many things you can think about: good health, good life, proper education, how to live like a human. So, Emma, if you come out here, we're talking about look for what you eat, manage what you eat. Be very careful. Even if they know that the food is poison, they will eat it because a hungry man don't even understand what you are talking about, how to manage what they eat. So these are the reason why we have been shouting, help us so that we can get these things and be able to live like human. Like here we are living, all of us are living in Western world. You know, it's government that control what we eat. Even the food that we bring in from their border, they must check it properly before they will allow you to enter. So we cannot begin to see that the scrutiny have already started from the government. But at case of where we come from, you can see that anybody can bring anything. No control. Here in Europe, sometimes you see some organization or some agency going from shop to shop to see whether are they managing their restaurant properly. You said this is where you cook to give woman. I think someone's speaker is on. I think who has the number that ends in 848. Please, can you just unmute yourself, please? It's disturbing.
Gadimani, mute yourself. Okay,
no, I think
Mazi Alozie.
Yes. So these are the things we are saying. Like I said, I was saying here in Europe and America and some of the developed countries, we have agencies that their responsibilities is to go around the restaurant, go around where people are cooking food, go around where people are giving something to the public to make sure that those places are very properly organized and at the same time meet the specification as regard to those who are calling themselves to sell food outside. And now, I wouldn't want to say much. I remember when our brother Darlington and the economic, they met me. I think Darlington is the one that raised that issue because of our brother Matthias Ezak, who has been crying that I think if I'm not mistaken, whether it's 6,000 or 600 number of cases of kidney problem, and at the same time 6,000. Okay. So I said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said something like that before. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said a lot of things, and especially how we manage what we eat. I think this is what I'm going to use to close the program as regards to the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on that issue. I think I remember sending it to you, our brother Ekronek. I will also try to replay it here. I have it here in my system. I don't know whether you have already edited out. If not, then
I have not heard from your side.
Okay. Now pay attention. Yes, pay attention. I still don't know The voice is also, let me manage it. Let me manage it. I think our brother is also, the voice is also coming out a little bit, but I'll manage it. Let me see whether it's coming out. Fight against it. It's a moral right, a duty and an obligation if you're a sensible, rational human being. They are importing everything into the zoo. Last week it was tomatoes. This week they are importing watermelon and also banana. My goodness me. They are selling this thing at ShopRite in Ibadan. ShopRite in Ibadan. They are now importing banana and watermelon. Why are they importing these two things, which you can find anywhere in the zoo called Nigeria? It is because our Fulani people, in order to spread Islam, they need to take populated areas. What our people are doing is that they plant watermelon, they harvest it, and they use injection to inject ricin, a very deadly poison inside it. They bring it to they take it to an you cut it and say you're eating watermelon. After eating it, you will die. Before you die, you go to your pastor, or maybe go to Akimbi, you'll be giving them money. Say, Pastor, pray for me, I'm dying. You don't know it was the watermelon you ate from an Awusa man. You go and eat cereal and you're finished. How many times have you seen Awusa eating their own cereal? They poison it and they give it to you and you eat and you die off. That is why we are now burying more people than ever before. You go to a village, there are 10, 8, 9 couples who are dead bodies to wait to be buried. You are eating watermelon and Awusa produce. People have now decided to go outside to bring in watermelon and banana. The zoo is crumbling. Nobody is buying your oil. Nobody is buying the gas that you control, not that you own it. And on top of that as well, you are having to import tomatoes, watermelon, and also banana. I think I have to leave it here. It's a very long broadcast on the issue of how to manage what we eat. There's a lot of them. I think that's the reason why he has been kidnapped, because he touches every facet of life. He made us to be aware of our environment, and at the same time, to control what comes around us. So that is why you see them still holding him, because they know that if the man is still outside with us, I think some of us will also see the differences. And we are going to continue from where he stopped until he comes and join us. I want to thank all of you that are there. I want to thank those of you that have organized this program. We will continue trying our best, in as much as it's a very hard task, because some of them that are out there are still expecting us to do something on our own. Many of them even thinking that we are being paid. I know a lot of messages I do receive. A lot of people are begging me for money, begging me for food. Sometimes they don't even know that we that are here are struggling our own to survive. And when you don't fulfill that obligation, they'll begin to tell you that is that how you are going to do on the Ruben Nabal also. I'm asking you for money, you cannot even give me. And that is to tell you the gullibility of our people. They never know that why we are fighting for this struggle, so that everybody can fight for themselves. And that is why I'm so much annoyed with those that are claiming that they are NGO in our land. You claim you are NGO, your job is to go and look for somebody that is dying. I will bring him in front of the camera, and the gullible one somewhere will contribute money to you. You now, let me just not accuse blindly. Maybe you just use some amount of money and treat the person, and the other one will be in your pocket. And then you continue in that way, thinking that this is how we are going to survive. What we are fighting is for those that can be able to fight for themselves. Just bring the system. Let we have the working system, so that people can be able to take the destiny in their hand, not just picking one person among 1,000 that are suffering. What of those that don't have social media? What of those that cannot even buy data to begin to watch what is going on and begin to complain that they are suffering? So we have a long way to go. The people we have in our land, they claim that they are bloggers, who claim that they are NGOs. They are not speaking. They are not using their platform to speak up. Rather, after begging the money, they will use their platform to do hookup. Some of them will do their platform to teach how to satisfy a man or a woman on the bed. So we have a long way to go. I'm telling you, we have a marathon way to go in terms of reasoning. And that's why this job is a little bit difficult on us. We are putting our effort, our time, our energy, our money, and at the same time, we continue speaking up so that they can be able to wake up. I watch our brother one certain time, our brother, they call him, I've forgotten his name, who always come out to do program. What is he doing his program? He's talking about Anambra and
and Enugu man who can satisfy man on the bed. Anambra and Enugu man who know how to do relationship. At this critical point in time, they call on no Igbo. You know, some of them are just on the social media. What are they doing? They are just looking for money. How I wish our people can devote a little bit of their time to help us. You can see that this thing we are doing will be very, very easy. But because it's only us that are doing it. And we will continue, like I said. Why those who are not speaking are very calm, quiet, and nobody disturbing them about how to solve their problem. We are speaking, and yet people are still calling us and at the same time to expect us to solve their problem. But we are not going to shy away. We are not going to be demoralized because of some of the behavior we get from our people that we are trying to resuscitate. I want to leave it here. I just want to thank all of you. I am signing out from the beautiful city of Vienna here in Austria. It's a very, very nice evening here. Remain blessed. Until next time we meet. Thank you very much, our brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. We can, as in the heart, please come and conclude this and round everything up, okay? And make a closing remark before I go out.
Okay. Oh my God. You just make me laugh.
He's one of us, always, like always.
This guy just made me laugh loud right now because this last statement you dropped about no Weibo asking Anambra and the Enugu men, which one makes love better than women. You can see the kind of people we have in our land, the kind of people that doesn't think, the kind of people that always look at what goes into their stomach at the moment. They don't focus on tomorrow. They don't think about their children tomorrow. However, I'm not going to depend my remark on that. Let us go back to the main topic which I am called to talk about. Then that will be maybe AGM, Waifaka. On this note, educating our people on the need to control what we eat and drink as to avoid kidney and related disease. Biafrans, I want to say it very loud and clear this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on your location, that Eastern region has been targeted. Eastern region has been targeted for extermination. Yes, more than we. I'm already dead. I'm a dead man. I have a younger sister, the same father, the same mother. Then them died of kidney-related disease. And may her soul, her gentle soul, rest in perfect peace.
Yes, sir.
And because of this, when I hear about the issue of kidney-related disease, I think about my younger sister. Biafrans, that clip that Mazi Alozie played, I requested for it. Because I told him the reason why we should assume that particular program and replay it on Radio Biafra is for people to understand what is happening to us. Mazi, all my fellow comrades that have spoken about this particular topic did well. But I hasten to add that most of the things that is causing this problem is not because of them are hungry, you can eat anything they see. No. Mazi Alozie, please, your line is returning back to me. Can you mute, please, Mazi Alozie?
Mazi Alozie, go on.
Thank you. So what I'm saying is this. They want to kill us just as Jack Yakubu Gowon promised that they're going to wipe out every Igbo man down to 10 years old. What these people are doing, because we must say the truth, because on this platform, Radio Biafra, London, we say it the way it is. They are targeting our people. When you look at the number of people that are having heart-related disease, kidney infectious disease, you have to ask yourself a question. When you go to the hospital and see people that has this disease, out of 100 people in the hospital, why is it that 80 of them are from the Eastern region? It breaks my heart whenever I remember that the people who are supposed to do the needful for our people are not doing anything. It is only IPOB that are doing it. This kidney we are talking about right now is the most essential, the most important part of human organ. The most important part of human organ is kidney. That is why it's the most expensive in the Western world. I want to tell us what kidney does before I tell you how these people have targeted to exterminate us. Last week I discussed with our brother Okurola, Emmanuel Oko, and Okurola was telling me that the high rate of kidney problem, kidney failure, kidney infectious disease in the eastern region is too much. He says that he is having about 1,000 cases of kidney problem. And every one of them are people coming from the eastern region. Is it only eastern region that are having this kidney problem? What is happening to those in western region? What is happening to those in the northern region? Why only eastern region? He says that 1,000 of them are all Igbo people from A to Z. Both those that are from Anyoma, those that are from Ikwere, those that are from Mbiama, these are all Igbo people. They are targeting these guys, and why is it that they are the only ones that are having this sickness? I then spoke to Matthias. Matthias told me that he have the cases of over 6,000 people having kidney infectious disease. Oh my goodness me. And I begin to ask myself a question. All these 6,000 and 1,000 you are having already in your record are the people that summoned the courage to come to you and laid a complaint and registered in your NGO. What about other millions that have not registered or that have not come to you, that are dying like chicken? What is the case? From the word of my brother Matthias, he said, Mazi, this is more than us. What we are seeing right now is not just ordinary. Then in the word of Okurola said, Mazi, what we are having right now is more than us. Because when you go to the hospital and count the number of people that are having this disease, it is the highest number, like quadruple number of them are from the eastern region. Does it mean that these guys are injecting something into the food, into the fruit they are bringing to us, to that side of the world, targeting us to be dying like sheep? And when you look at it, you understand that there is no how you come to a country, a particular region will be suffering of a particular disease that has to do with what goes into your mouth. Now, let me explain this. What are the functions of kidney in your body? Kidney helps remove waste and the excess fluid in your body. Kidney filter the blood, keeping some compounds while removing others. Control the production of red blood cells, make vitamins, makes the vitamins.
This is my message to the world.
It preserves them and releases hormones that helps regulate blood pressure. It also regulates blood pressure and the blood cells that amount of certain nutrients that is needed in your body, such as calcium and the potassium. These are the work of kidney. Now imagine when a kidney, when this particular part of your body is weak due to something they have consumed that have pressurized it and brought it down, that it can't function anymore. It is going to cause you kidney failure, automatic. So kidney is the most essential part of human body, and the kind of things we are eating matters a lot. But the question I'm asking is this: if this number of cases of kidney infectious disease is taking place in the east, taking place in the west, taking place in the north, you will say, oh, this is general thing. Why is it that they are only targeted? Why is it that it's only happening in Igbo land? Trailers and trailers and trailer loads of watermelon is being sent from the north to Biafra land. Trailers and trailers of cucumber is being sent to Biafra land. Trailers and loads of a lot of things. Then my question is this: as they are bringing it down these ones are selected for the Igbos, for the Biafrans. And the other ones are sent to other parts. Why those people are not having the same sickness we are having? Once we eat all those things and our kidneys are destroyed, that the only option is for the person to go for kidney transplant. And if you cannot afford the money, 20, 30 million naira, if you cannot afford the money, the person dies. In the case of my own sister, we did not find out it was kidney that was worrying her until we begin to see her legs swelling up. That is to say that the kidney was not able to process and remove all that excess fluid in her body and purify the blood, separate all the nutrients that is needed in her body to sustain her. I am not a doctor, but I do research, I do study. I knew these are the work of kidney. And by the time we begin to see her legs swelling up, we rush her for dialysis. We rush her to the hospital before they run certain special kind of test and found out that she was having kidney problem. And by then, one of the kidney is already gone, remaining only but one. And that one that remained was already chopped, eaten down. It was too late. We tried everything we could, trying to prepare to see if we can fly her brother and all that. Before you know it, my sister gave up to the ghost. In my family, we don't have the history of kidney problem. And I remember vividly that this my younger sister he liked cucumber a lot. He like all these fruits. She liked it a lot. And that is by the way. Why we are saying this on this platform is that our people should be careful on the things you are buying from these people that never like us. I don't know how our people will depend on the food that is coming from the north to sustain. How can we be dependent on the food that our enemies are bringing to us? This is why one of them posted and said that if they want to wipe these people out, it's a twinkle of an eye. It's a matter of a twinkle of an eye. They wipe them out because they say the rice you are eating, they are sending it to you. The yam you are eating, they are sending it to you. Everything fruit you are eating, they are bringing it to you. So if they poison it to wipe out these people, what do you think is going to happen? We need to go back to agriculture. We need to go back to cultivate. We need to go back to plant what we feed ourselves with. We need to checkmate those things that they are bringing. Watch them, they are not consuming it. They are not consuming it. Because when you talk about the abo of Yoruba people, it's not the major cause. It is the intake, the food we are eating that they are bringing to us. That is the main cause. Because even in Igbo, we have Igbo that we are drinking. But excess of it can as well harm your kidney. And you know that our people doesn't have a good hospital where somebody can go and do check to know what is happening to them. Who went on and told me that on a single day that he visited Owerri, on that his visit, the first day, about 9 people came to report of kidney problem. Imagine 1,009 people that came to report of kidney problem. If Okurola begin to do program and beg for people to help to contribute so that they will treat them or they will do kidney infection to up to 1,000 people, 20 something, let's say 20 million times 1,000. Do you know how many billion it's going to be? So you see that we are in for a very big problem. That is why we need to restore this nation called Biafra. That our government will be able to control every facet of healthy life that we need. Because without that, we are all gone. Watermelon.
Mazi Makaro toy ni bogi sana hiyo sasa time adịghịzi.
I want to round up now. My carrot, my cucumber, my watermelon. Because because even Okura was telling me that all the reports is coming from the east, from Enugu, from Ebonyi, from Abia, from Oimo, from Anambra, from Delta, from Rivers. These are where these people are coming from. None of them came from Yoruba land or from the northern part. So you know, this is all I have to say. Let our people stand up and help ourselves to get cultivate what we consume, what we eat, because it is our health first. The number of people suffering from kidney problem in Biafra land is increasingly going to the highest level, and we cannot continue to watch it happen. This is where I come to say thank you for bringing me to this program. May you come and bless each and every one of you. I remember your brother Mazi Alozie became Mazi Alozie Ademejiji Kemesiano.
Thank you very much. Biafrans, all of you have had it. Avoid those things you are told not to. Avoid anything that is coming from north. Plant it in your yard. You can do it. It's possible you can do it. Please avoid these kidney diseases and continue to listen to Radio Biafra. Mazi Alozie, thank you for welcoming us today. You can play the 1 million one match jingle while we download it in our app. Thank you. I remain okay for bye from here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, they will. Let's see. The time is gone, so we start with our normal program tomorrow. Ngwa will be with us, so the time is up for South Africa, so we resume our program tomorrow. So we resume our program tomorrow.